Hello, folks. How's it going? Hey, Jeff. Gamefowl, how you doing? Grace, nice to see you. How you guys doing? Let's see if I can get some people up here. Who knows? Thanks for coming. I'll just do some talking about some different things today. Who knows what we're going to end up with? Could be a topic about archery, hopefully. If it's not, well, I'll just go with the flow. Yeah, wear the hair. I just put my hat back on. Hey, Evan, how you doing, sir? Nice you can make it. Glad you can make it. Yep. Hey, I'm here on time. Just gotta do one more thing here. Oh, cricky. There we are. Pop out the chat so I can actually keep track of everything. There we are. Pop out the chat so I can actually keep track of everything. Yes, I was singing. There we are. Pop out the chat so I can actually keep track of everything. Yes, I was singing. The echo. Good, taking care of that. So, how is everybody today? Ooh, my battery's running low. He's like, make sure my computer's plugged in properly. What am I doing wrong here? Come on, work. Oh, come on. There we go. Plugged in. Got it. Hey, South Florida, how you doing? Blake, thank you for coming. How is everybody today? Got my beverage of choice for those people who don't know. I'm not sure if any of us here who actually are into archery as much as I am, or they bow hunt or whatever. Everybody has their things. Let's see here. Hopefully, if everything goes well, I might be able to go hunting soon. Now that I'm not in the hospital like I was last week. So hopefully, everything will work out. Let's see what I've got here. Hey, Cecilia. Thanks for coming. Yeah, me too, Jeff. I haven't shot since before, since the week after the get together. My boy and I went down to Barefoot Traditions in Des Moines, shot. He put some money down on some new arrows. Thank you all for coming. How is everybody? So, my boy actually he bought himself a shooting glove. He paid for his bowstring, for the bow he acquired from me. My Black Hunter takedown longbow that I originally had bought for myself, and they sent me the wrong hand. And he says, one look at it, he says, mine, and walked off with it. So now he's got a new bowstring for it that you pay for. He's getting cedar. I think he's getting about 65 pound cedar arrows. Shield cut, 3 fletch, 5.5 inch fletchings, I think. Since I've been in the hospital, we lost everything we had for prepping stuff south. since we were homeless, we lost a lot of our everything, and all our even our backup cash is gone. And then I got leg is getting better. It's not red anymore. My wife checked it this morning. The redness is going away, and the heat out of the leg is gone. Cool. I'm not sure. Gamefeld, what kind of bow do you have, if any? I've got 3 long bows. See, here's my 65-pound, 64, 74-pound longbow, my 100-pound longbow. Yeah, I've got quite a few. Crossbow. Okay. Jenny used to have a 63-pound medieval style crossbow with a lever, not a trigger. It was a recurve style bow that was stolen out of our tent at a Renaissance fair. Beautiful bow. It had a crack in it, but I had it professionally repaired, and she was amazing with it. Right, love?
If you say so.
You're a better shot than I was. Well, you were faster than I was. I think my accuracy was a little bit better. Okay, nice to meet you, Tristan. Cool name, by the way. Jeff says hi.
Hello.
You gonna wave and say hi to everybody? Yep, that's my wife, Jenny. I don't know about master, but I do my best, Cecilia. I have fun. That's my biggest thing. Now, if you want, proof, ask Grace. I taught her for a bit. I didn't have a lot of time, but I think I, hopefully taught her something. She just needs the proper equipment, like an arm guard and a shooting glove. Her crossbow was unable to be saved. I think it's more of a wall hanger that she brought to show us at the get together. I plan on doing another one, but I think I should come up with a better name. It just seems like it's missing something. What do you think, love? You had your ice cream. You should be great. No. Oh, that's nothing, Jeff. It's just when I was doing the Renaissance fairs, trick shots are part of the game. The 2-arrow thing is common for me. It's just for fun. I mean, I don't know if I'd ever hunt with something like that, but it's something. The 4-arrow shot I did at the event was something I've never attempted. Ever since I seen a Green Arrow comic book where Green Arrow shot 5 bullseyes on 5 separate targets at the same time, and Batman was watching. Did you see that? 5 separate bullseyes. He goes, I'm not impressed. When you can do it blindfolded, then I'll be impressed. I don't think I can do that. I can do it blind, but not blindfolded. Now, the no look shot, that was just me just plain showing off. I didn't even no clue where I hit. Tyler might, because I think he may have seen it, but I was just showing off. But I shot my 74-pound bow for that. In that one, I tried doing multiple arrows with my longbow, but it doesn't have the sight picture that I need for that. That's why I used my recurve. Grace says you were right about her dealing with a sciatica in her right leg. The only time it doesn't hurt is when she's laying down or sleeping.
Yeah.
What can she do for that? Go to see a doctor?
That's all we can do is maybe give her cortisone shots.
As cortisone is just for the pain. What's the other one for the inflammation? It's usually two shots. I don't know what it is. That's beyond my skill level. Yep, definitely, Jeff. I mean, I have other bows I didn't bring with me that I plan on doing. As I got my 65-pound U recurve and my 100-pound bamboo longbow that I would like to try. But I've got some more equipment that I need to buy for those. I need the actual proper arrows for the 100-pounder. Because my arrows aren't strong enough. But the only thing I really regret is that I got a scar. I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not. Yeah, I guess right there is where the hornet stung me. But I survived. Yeah, I try to be good with what I have. I just tried different boats, like JV does with his. He's got boat fishing poles for every type of situation. I liked having my traditional bows for different types of hunts. Okay, Grace is seeing a chiropractor and a physical therapist. Today was day 2, so no improvements yet. But that will probably change soon.
Yeah.
Hey, Daniel, thank you for coming. I am doing better. We're talking a little bit of everything. I've got some stuff I've been meaning to do some thinking about. Oh, I'm going to show you. Give me a second. When I first started getting my gear together, I didn't have the money to have someone to do it for me, so I made my own. And I got some just basic leather from a secondhand store. This one here just came from a scrap of stuff I found. And I made and sold arm guards, stuff like that. Nothing fancy. Just measure someone's wrist and forearm and then put something together and then dye it a certain whatever color. But that was, I've used those kind of bow ones for years until I got the one I have now. But it works. Which kind of takedown bow, Jeff? Longbow or recurve? I've got both. Because I did use my my takedown, my survival longbow. It didn't shoot quite right until I had to do some tweaking with it, the bowstring. Well, as long as you have your license and properly trained to shoot it, Tristan, that's cool. The Sage is a good. I mean, people call it an entry level bow. I just saw it's a bow that's a reasonably priced bow for the price point. That will you can get it according to your needs. What's also good with it is like if you're, say, someone who's gotten injured and you can't pull your bow as much as you'd like, so you get Samick Sage and you get a lighter set of limbs, shoot with that until you get back into shape, then you go back to your original limbs. And it's just something you could swap out limbs with, which is always a good thing, especially when things get damaged or as things go on. Thank you, Tristan. I really appreciate it. I haven't even done anything myself. I just like got 7 people in here right now, 10 watching, which is really cool. Now, I prefer using feather fletching over vanes due to the fact I'm not a fan of I like the way feathers forgive mistakes as well. I mean, I've shot vanes. I don't like them, but it's just personal preference. Um, that's why I also like 4-fletch. I guess Tristan hasn't really seen what I shoot. Okay, folks. I got some arrows and stuff that I'm going to show off here. Simple field point. 4-fletch. This one's a little ragged because it's one of my older set. The ones I just had made not too long ago from a set of shabs I had won at the Iowa Deer Classic this year. These are 430 grain Easton. Okay, these are an Easton Nemesis with 125 grain tips. Yep. Well, take your time, Tristan. I'm not in a hurry. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. And I'm not used to, me, I make a lot of the gear that I have. I've made my arm guards. Only thing I haven't really made is a quiver yet, but I have plans for that, for a back quiver. Since my personal preference is my back quiver. This is my oldest one. I've had this one for, it's older than my boy. I bought my first longbow. I bought that. I've replaced the strap twice and a lot of the strings multiple times. No, I did not make the quiver. No, I bought it actually I bought it from Mahaska Custom Bows in Oskaloosa, Iowa. I was living in Eddyville, Iowa at the time, and I was going through traditional bow hunter magazine, reading it like I always do. And I looked in the back and I saw Mahaska Custom Bows. Mahaska's next door to me. I looked at the address. That's just 9 miles from me. I bought my first bow. Hey, Mandy, how you doing? And welcome back, Cecilia. What kind of quiver are you looking for? Back quiver, bow quiver, or side quiver? Hip quiver. Okay, side quiver. What I was thinking, I've got a design in mind. I don't know if it'll work yet, but I was thinking if I did this right, it could be done, set up one of 3 ways. If I do this right, it's going to have the same oblong setup this way and pretty much this way, but I'm going to make sure I'm going to have it where you can put a cap over it to protect your arrows, as well as being able to switch from a center drop, which will have 2 straps down the middle to center your quiver, or you can do it left or right, or if you put it around your waist and do it as a hip quiver with a strap around your leg to hold your quiver in place. Well, That's understandable, Jeff. Now, Jeff, if you want to post some pictures or links to your Facebook account about your backdrop that you built, I think that people might enjoy that. Uh-oh, Maddie, what happened? What did your government do now? Not that I like to talk about government stuff in here, but I need to know. Maddie's getting upset with the Australian government.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. Maddie doesn't do that. At least not in here anyway. Mac, you want to come in? Come here. Macus, come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, bud. I know. People want to say hi. See? Say hi to Mac. Oh, I can understand that. Actually, tomorrow, I'm going to upgrade my phone from the A51 to the A20, and I'm going to give this one to my boy because his phone died. Yep. Macus, people say hi to you. Come here. Come on. You want to say hi? You can come up and say hi. No, he's going to sit right there. That is bad. That sucks, Andy. I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you, Cecilia. I'm going to have to pay the P.O. box pretty soon. Yeah, Mac is cool. He was being a ninja cat because he's gray. He kind of blends in. Right now, he's just getting some loving down here. Though I do have something to show you guys. I'm not sure if how many people know this one. Sorry about the little rust I got on here, which I got to clean up with some steel wool. But this is my hex blunt that I plan on using for going rabbit hunting and small game hunting, but mainly rabbits. Well, it's going to take some getting used to. I'm trying to convince my wife to go from Apple to Android. Yep, the hex blunt is actually pretty cool. Not the only type of one I've got, but I like that one. Let's see, I've got some other ones here somewhere. Then I got my deer hunting tips. Not my good ones, but this is just for my cedar arrows. I got some for my carbons, but those are in my box over there. Let's see here. I'm not sure if I have that one in here or not. Oh, I do. Now, this one is pretty simple. This is just a rubber blunt. It's not the most easiest to shoot, but you won't lose your arrows that much. The hex tips are pretty decent tips, Tristan. I mean, you can hunt. Okay, Besides, no matter what people say, these are really cool. I mean, I also have. Give me a second. This kind, which you're probably more familiar with. Give me a second. This is a judo point with a grass grabber right here. This is just another blunt. I got 3 different types of blunts, and I plan on using them all. And contrary to popular belief, you can hunt with a field point. It's just not recommended. Being conscientious about what you're hunting. You, sir, are sitting on my foot. Is there a reason for that? Okay. Yep. Three Rivers Archery is where I got my. I stopped petting you. Is that why you are doing that? Three Rivers Archery is where I picked up my new bowstring maker. Give me a moment. I still have to do the math to figure out what each dimensions of each hole, because for some unknown reason it came unmarked. So I'm going to have to do some measuring. I do know from what I've read is that this one here, the closest one, is on one side. It's a 74-inch longbow. The other side is supposed to be for recurve. So that's what I'm going to do, the double measurements, depending on which kind of bow I'm going to be making bowstrings for. Are you going? Get off my feathers! Come on, dude. Enough. That's enough. Before I put a mask on you. Okay. Sorry, Bacchus is attacking my fletching. Yeah, I actually plan on getting. I got some stabs picked out for getting some new arrows. I want to get some made for my heavier longbow that are not carbons. I'm a fan of cedar than I am carbons. So I always feel that cedar is a little bit more forgiving when you hit something. My flute. What I carry with me. And carbons, I always felt that they, or even like this one here, which is in my quiver for some reason, it's not even mine. Aluminums, they bend way too easily or damage way too easily. Hey, Mike, thanks for coming, brother. I know you're getting a new compound bow, Mandy. I've talked to JB about it. No, I've got, like I said, I've got my different types of arrows, but mostly, like I said, I don't usually shoot veins because that's just I'm not even sure how that one got in my thing. I don't shoot veins. Okay, that's Ian's arrow. What's that doing in there? Okay, do I have anything else in there? Nope, that's it. Oh, you'll have a new bow before you even touch down once he knows you're coming. Mandy, you know that. Now, this arrow, for Tristan, since you didn't know this one here was made by one of my family, and one of my brothers here in the chat. He's in here somewhere, and that would be Blake. Blake's in here somewhere. I think he's lurking. But I know he was in here earlier. And he, the tip he made, and this is palmetto stem, and he did the fletchings, which is really nice. Unfortunately, it probably wasn't 100% dry. It's warped. It's all get out. But it's still in my quiver. I would love to see pictures of that if you get one, Jeff. I mean, like I said, I've never been a fan of side quivers because they always get in my way. That's why I like my back quivers. They're like back here, out of my way. I have not learned how to do arrows yet. I mean, I know the process, but I don't own I won't spending the $100 I need for the proper Bitzenberger Fletcher that I need in order to do my 4 fletch arrows that I like, which is most archers look at me and go, why 4 fletch? It's just going to slow you down. I pull heavy bows, so that doesn't really, it kind of offsets it. Hey, Tamara, thank you for coming. Well, I'd still like to see pictures of it, Jeff, when you get a chance. You know, you can just send it to me through Facebook like you usually do. Cecilia, I think he'd give his shirt off his back without her asking. Now, he might have complained if you try to touch his flamethrower or his favorite fishing rod. You never know. But I do have some things that belong to him here in my house, which he forgot. I've got his Bible and his bow fishing reel he bought off me. Okay, thank you, Jeff. I really appreciate it. I mean, I've had other quivers, I guess. No, maybe not. No, I've never had any other. This is the only one I've ever had. Ian has bow quivers, side quivers, back quivers, antique quivers. That was the one I got. He likes antiques. So, no touching his pink wig. Let's see if I can get something up here. Give me a second. Give me a moment, folks. I have to make a restroom break, but I'll be right back. Could you? No, why not?
Where you go to bed?
Doesn't mean you get. I'm just going to go to the bathroom. Say hi. No, Cecilia, at least. Okay, folks, sorry about that. Well, good luck, Tristan. I really hope you get one. I actually haven't been able to get out because since we moved here in June, right? Yeah, June. Haven't had a chance to scout or anything in this area. Well, that's cool, Jeff. I didn't realize I had an Indian on a cover. I could show you Ian's. Okay, relevant. Okay, folks. I showed you my quiver. This is just one of many of Ian's. You know, the standard bow quiver. The quiver he bought from a friend of mine, which is a dual strap back quiver. It's suede. It's unfortunately not American made. And this one, now this one here is a Ben Pearson. I got this one for him at an antique store. He loves this thing to death. And he added a Hoyt Archery patch sticker thing, which is really cool. No errors in it because he transferred over to the other one. He recently outgrew this one, which he was kind of sad about. He's not getting rid of this. That's cool, Evan. That's fine. Lasagna? Cecilia made lasagna.
Nice.
She asked if anybody wanted some. Tell her, hun.
I can't over there.
How about now?
No, it's on me.
Okay. I've got a couple Ben Pearson bows, but nothing, majorly fancy or anything like that. Because a lot of my bows I have for my range are all solid fiberglass vintage bows, because they made bows right back then. I got my 55-pound longbow, which I plan on making a new bowstring with. And I'm sure somewhere lurking in the background's depths of this channel, Cliff is probably lurking in the background, which he usually does. Unless I can call him and say, get your butt up here. But who knows? I don't know if I can get there. Yeah, I thought so. I knew you were in here, Cliff. Cliff lurks in the background. Now, I got some plans for a new quiver that I'm going to be making. I got a arm guard to make for somebody, and what I call a tankard strap, which is great for holding your cups and what have you on your belt. I haven't made any good leather stuff in a while. That's true, Cecilia. That is very true. I knew you were lurking. always lurk.
I was like, I can't, got no sound from your end. What the beans?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's like really quiet though for some reason.
I don't think I have anything turned down or anything.
Oh, that's been weird.
You're a little dark on your end, though. That's better. Couldn't see the yellow in your shirt. It kind of blended in with your blinds there for a moment.
Had the lights down low for, reasons.
Oh. You had a girl over. That's reasons.
Never argue with the reasons.
No. What are you snacking on today? Jalapeno ranch. Ew. That should never go together.
Well, they just had these. They didn't have the jalapeno cheddar ones, which I normally get. Dude, freaking hair. Where are you coming from? Like magic door.
From Iowa.
And I'm drinking milk.
Chips and milk. Okay. Interesting combo.
I can make it even weirder. I got Skittles and Sweet Tarts and Pine Nuts.
Okay, Evan, please repeat. Okay, Cliff, tell me what you see when I show you this. Oh, sorry.
Well, you got to show it first.
Read that out loud. Tell me you can understand it, because I can't.
Yeah, his aunt's dad has like 9 bear bows. Bows from bear. One of them is signed.
I don't have a Fred Bear signed bow, but I do have a Fred Bear bow, Evan. It's only a 20-pounder from 1953, and it's a left-handed recurve. That's okay, Grace. You don't need to be sorry. Your hubby's important.
Dude, I keep finding it.
Cecilia says, get a glass.
No, it's my milk. I'm the only one that uses it. I'm the only one that drinks from it. Therefore, it is my milk.
Well, just to let you know, be forewarned, something that you and I discussed before about me getting something for you as a thank you. I've got some projects I'm going to be working on because of it.
Great. So here's how I'm going to do that one.
No, actually, one of the items I do need some measurements from you.
Is round a measurement?
Well, it will be because I need your left arm measurement. Right, okay, because you shoot right-handed, not left, correct?
I pull with I hold with the left, pull with the right.
Okay, yeah, you shoot right-handed.
Weird.
But I need your wrist measurement around here and around your forearm, and the distance between your wrist and the crook of your elbow.
So here's the funny thing. I have a wrist guard somewhere.
But not a custom one.
I got a Renaissance Fair one. Actually came with it's like 2 wrist guards, like leather ones. I just don't know where the heck I put it.
They call them gauntlets.
Well, it was labeled as wrist guards, but
yeah. But when's the last time you've been to a Renaissance Fair? Truly. 9 years? I think that's what you said last time.
It's about 4 or 5.
I've got one I'm going to in October, but it's going to be, I have to wait till next month. That's cool, Jeff. Well, Ian found the bear bow that we have in someone that this. I'm not sure if they do them in your areas, but they do citywide trash days where you can just pretty much put anything you want out on the curb and they just pick it up for free.
Yeah, we got those here too.
And people just go around and pick and choose what through your trash pretty much. Ian found that bear bow sitting in the trash, and there's not a scratch on it. My dad wasn't an archer, unfortunately. He was a hunter, but he used shotgun.
I got tons of snacks, Cecilia. I'm a fat guy. I have to have snacks.
I don't have snacks. I just got done eating supper, though.
I've also got
Flaming Hot Cheetos. Yeah, you always have those. Do you have anything that's not hot?
Do what?
Do you have anything that's not hot?
Pine nuts.
Actually, I was actually wondering about those. Okay. They're not truly nuts. They're just seeds, correct?
I would actually have to Google that.
Well, there's a reason I was asking. You know why I was asking?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking for alternatives to nuts for when I make my my trail mix. I mean, I can use sunflower, seed kernels. That's a given. But I just wanted to see if there's anything else I could add. I mean, I figured dehydrated fruit, such as like peaches and maybe mandarin oranges or something. I can't. It's fuzzy.
Give it a second.
I can't. That would be a no. I have to stick to sunflower seed kernels.
No, that one's an obvious. That's not a nut. It's literally a seed.
Okay. Another question for you. Do you have a quiver?
Only when I'm really scared.
Ha 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 ha. No. Do something to hold your arrows when you're,
So, this is going to sound weird. I just use my belt loops and I just stick them in there.
Yes, I understand that, but I mean, would you take one if you got one? Would you want a side quiver or back quiver?
Well, let's not send me things that'll probably sit in my closet and collect dust for 5 years before I get to use them.
True. But I think there's one thing I could send you that you would probably use. And it's something that's one of my specialties.
Shoes?
No.
Pants?
Nope.
Because I definitely use pants.
No, I call it a tankard strap. You wear it on your belt. You can put your tankard or cup on your side, and you don't have to worry about dropping it or losing it. I sold a lot of those at Renaissance Fair.
I have one, actually.
Mine is made with deer antler buttons.
Again, I got mine at the Renaissance Fair.
Well, that's where I sell mine.
Yeah, that's a nice leather one. I don't know. It's in one of my storage boxes.
Okay, Mandy, stop it.
Pumpkin pie. Costco's already selling them.
I know. I think McDonald's is doing the pumpkin pie thingies.
Pumpkin pie shake.
Yeah.
Same with Blake's Lotaburger. I'm probably going to have the worst case of diarrhea in the morning. I don't even care.
Oh, you're combining milk with any of those things is wrong.
All right.
She's never tried a pumpkin pie.
Let's add some Skittles to the mix.
Hey, Mandy's never had pumpkin pie.
What?
She's from Australia. They don't have pumpkin pie down there.
That is unfortunate.
Has she had jambalaya? A good jambalaya is, kind of hard to.
I have, but only when I worked in a hotel. So
A friend of mine used to make homemade jambalaya, but she made it way too hot for me. That's one of the reasons why I don't eat hot things. A good lasagna is always good. Nope, she's never had. Okay, you got to get JB to get you some jambalaya. What's good American food that this?
Meatloaf.
Definitely meatloaf, but I don't know.
You can never go wrong with it.
Hey, Jenny makes an amazing meatloaf. Well, actually, she'd be coming down to visit eventually anyway. Because Jenny owes JV meatloaf.
Dude, you want to do meatloaf the best way? You get a slice of meatloaf. You make sure it's about the same size as your bread. You lightly toast your bread, throw your cheese on there, and you make yourself a freaking meatloaf cheese sandwich. A grilled meatloaf cheese sandwich.
Meatloaf? What do you mean meatloaf is not bad? No, I think you might have, Jeff. I'd have to go look. Oh, no. Mandy, my wife makes an amazing meatloaf that's tender. It's even a little titch sweet. And it's just, yeah. My boy will eat a full meatloaf by himself.
I can.
No, the thing is, when he eats one of those, he gets the whole plate. He goes like this, wraps his hands and goes, mine. And he'll sit there and eat the whole thing.
No, I love meatloaf. Meatloaf is basically just ground beef and some seasonings and some freaking breadcrumbs.
My aunt used to use graham crackers.
Yep.
Graham
You can
crackers
mix it. You can mix it. You can use it as a substitution if you don't have breadcrumbs.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know that, Jeff. And Cecilia?
Fine.
Does Cecilia know what you do for a living?
Yeah, I work in a pizza restaurant.
He's sick of pizza. Come on.
Not necessarily.
Well, you know what I mean.
You want me to eat real food?
One egg. Yep. Jeff, you got to have an egg in there. Jenny adds a glaze on hers. Don't ask me what's in it. I think she might add brown sugar. I don't know. But it's really good. That's true, Grace. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen it yet, Mandy. Have you seen my grilled cheese video yet?
Wait.
I mean, Cliff, you made a grilled cheese video, didn't you?
Nope, never got a chance to. Never found the time. There.
There's always time.
You want me to eat some real food? I can eat these and sit there and squash out green all day long.
Yep, egg is a binder. Yeah, actually, Cliff probably eats healthier than what we see on camera because he just, snacks on camera.
I snack at home when I'm bored. I mean, I've got nice, tasty.
Those actually look pretty good.
Green beans.
They're good steamed, better fresh, but never boiled.
You can boil them, but you only do it for a couple of seconds.
You mean blanch them?
Yeah, blanching them, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, then you saute them in a little bit of butter, and they taste really good. But yeah, no, I just picked these yesterday.
They look really good.
This is half of what I picked. I picked almost 3 pounds yesterday.
When we had our garden when we were in Newton, we had we used to once a week we'd get a grocery sack full, those plastic bags from Walmart full of green beans. Then we go back and do it again the next week.
Yeah, I do this I can do this every week, and that for some reason that plant is just it makes beans like crazy.
Well, you don't have to eat a lot, Mandy. You just got to eat right.
Yeah, don't be a fat guy like me and eat just whatever you want.
You're not the only fat guy on this panel, dude.
I know. Where's JV at?
I did find out something in the hospital, though. I did lose 12 pounds.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look how fat that bean is. Look at that. Yeah, look how fat that guy is.
Nothing wrong with liking your vegetables and salads, Mandy. There's nothing wrong with that. Jenny has to do spinach over cabbage or lettuce because she has IBS. But and I actually like fresh vegetables over cooked any day. I don't eat cooked spinach. I don't.
Ugh, spinach is just you can mix
I
spinach in with a salad, but
That's what I'm talking about. I don't eat cooked spinach at all.
oh no,
This
that stuff is nasty. It's like eating a
Yeah.
booger.
Now a salad of spinach greens is just amazing. It's good, a lot of good high in iron and all that stuff. You don't cook anything out. You don't eat breakfast or lunch.
I don't either.
I have to. I've got to keep myself on a schedule.
Is that a super long one?
Breadcrumbs, croutons, dry oatmeal. I've never tried with dry oatmeal. Pasta, maybe a few of them. I don't know. Never used pasta in my meatloaf. But then again, I don't make the meatloaf. Jenny does. I actually did something. Cliff, do you remember those make it yourself meals? Just like you add the meat and it has all that stuff you put in it yourself. Then you microwave, you cook it in the oven, whatever.
Oh, are you talking about Hamburger Helper?
Yeah, the ones that comes with the little pan and everything. I followed the directions on one of those things exactly, and I nearly killed myself with food poisoning.
How?
I don't know. I don't want to do it again. That's a nice one.
Dude, I know. Dude, I had some that were about the same length as a banana, and I'm like, how? They're like freaking green beans.
That looks like a phone.
Hello? Hello? Is this number 3?
That's the green giant. Yo ho ho, green giant.
Yeah, suckers. I'm both wrong as shit. Yeah, my plants are. I'm actually surprised, man. My plants are.
Okay.
At first, they weren't making anything.
Okay, here's what she said.
Jeff's a fat guy too.
You can't
Coffee's
live on
not
coffee
food.
as much as I tried. It doesn't work. Welcome back, Tristan. Tristan's a new subscriber. He goes, where are you from, Tristan?
I'm assuming that's GFL,
Game foul.
GFO.
Yep. He's new.
I'm bad with names.
I think I picked him up off of Frontiers channel.
Possibly.
Georgia.
Man,
Hey,
I wish I could give you guys some of these. That was a
Blake
bad
is
one.
from Georgia. If you see Blake, he's in here sometimes. He's also from Georgia. But he's closer to the Florida side.
Way closer because he's like, I think it's like a 4 or 5 hour drive to Travis or 2 hour drive to Travis, something like that.
Reef robber. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, reef robber. Fisherman. I popped in just to say hi because he comes in here from time to time. I figured it doesn't hurt to return the favor.
I'm pretty sure my real food is done. I'm gonna go put this back in the kitchen.
What's your real food?
I'll show you in a minute.
Okay. I got to go check on Jenny. I'll be right back, folks. Give me a second.
Oh, look, both the host and the co-host have wandered off. Let's see if Blakey Wakey's in the house. He is not. Oh, Blake was in here last week. Grace Martin. There, where's Cecilia? Are you happy now? Actual food. Oh, I almost dropped it. Almost slid out. Actual food.
Jenny was going into bed early. I had to tuck her in real quick.
Ooh, early to bed, early to rise.
No, she just felt tired.
There, Colin. There's my actual food.
What is it? Is that lasagna?
Darn Skippy.
Okay.
What's left of the one that I had the other night.
Blake was actually in here earlier, Grace. He was
At the beginning.
Yeah, right in the beginning.
In the beginning, there was only one.
Let's see if I can. Let me backtrack. Let me see if I can find him.
And in the end, there was still only one.
Well, actually, I think it was Grace was the first one in.
It wasn't me. I was in the middle of scrolling the dark web on Instagram.
Well, Grace and Jeff and Tristan.
Yeah.
Then Evan. South Florida was in here for a while. Then Blake. Blake was here at just a little after 8 o'clock.
Which means he's probably
Lurking.
Spicy's not alive as far as I know.
Well, he might be lurking. He usually does.
Technically, there can be only one, but
Now, which one are you talking about?
no matter.
Connor or Duncan?
Ooh. I don't know, man. I like the one with Duncan McLeod. In all honesty, I think he did Highlander way better.
Adrian Paul did a really good job.
But I could have, if they would have made a series with, oh man, I forgot his damn name. Old guy, the older one.
Connor?
Yeah.
Christopher Lambert.
No, not Christopher Lambert. Oh, the other guy. He was in the movie. He was one of the ones that was,
Sean Connery?
yeah, Sean Connery. If they would have done a series with him, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, maybe. Yes, we are all Highlander fans here, apparently. Cecilia, I don't think Grace recorded anything. She was kind of busy shooting and stuff.
Yeah, store-bought lasagna is lasagna. At least I didn't have to waste my time cooking it. It still took me like an hour and 20 minutes to make this dang thing.
Jenny likes getting the family size ready-made Stouffer's lasagna.
This was the family size.
Yeah.
They must be like feeding a family of midgets or something.
I can't eat a lot of pasta.
Like
No,
that
that's wrong. It's just that I can't eat a lot of cheese. I can't go overboard on cheese. If I can eat a little bit, but any more than that, then I have issues.
Oh, I can eat cheese all day long. You can blame my demon mouse side for that.
Cecilia, Grace actually spent a lot of time hanging out with Jenny. But her son Michael shot with us a lot. Speaking of which, how is Michael doing, Grace? Is he doing okay?
Did he catch the? Did he catch a bug or something? I remember you guys were talking about it last week.
He caught the bug.
The bug.
The bug. That's all
The
I'm going to say about it. And people kept on asking me if I did because I was in the hospital. I said nope. Got tested twice and came out negative both times.
You had a bug, but it wasn't the bug.
I had a bacterial infection.
It's a bug.
Yeah. Well, that's good, Grace. Glad to hear it. Yep, it's possible, Tristan. I'm not sure exactly which part of Georgia you're from. And like I said, Blake lives near the southern part of Georgia, near Florida, because one of our other people that our brothers, Travis and Mav, live in Florida, and I'm not sure if you know them, Trail Trash Outdoors. They clean up rivers and trails and recycle a lot of stuff. And they're really cool guys. And Travis is also a really good artist and tattooist. And he's the one that designed my logo up there.
I was like, this thing right above me.
Yeah,
Right
that's
there.
it.
He designed it, and who was it that cleared it? I think Mallory
Grace.
made it.
No,
Grace?
it was Mallory. Mallory.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mallory was the one that cleaned it up.
Yeah, I've got one that. Give me a second here. I got some stuff from Caroline
Oh, I got a headache.
that she did for me.
Caroline.
Carol Ann.
Oh,
She did some upgrades for me on my logo that I might possibly change to. But I want to show you guys and see what you guys think.
I try not to because it hurts.
Huh?
I said I try not to because it hurts.
Ha ha ha. Let's see if I can get this thing to. Okay.
I'm now currently Tim Allen's neighbor.
You're what?
Tim Allen's neighbor.
You are?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
No, currently, right now, as of this moment, I'm Tim Allen's neighbor.
How
That's
is
the
that
reason why
possible?
you can't see the bottom half of my face.
Oh. Howdy, neighbor.
This way I can eat without making it look like I'm eating.
Okay, here's what she came up with. Cliff, I'm going to show you real quick. Ah, stop it. Stop it. Try to hit the share button.
There's a dead rat on the screen.
Let me see where. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, that's it. Or it could be that one. I'm going to check to see if that's it. There it is. What do you think?
The brick lattice work on the arm makes it look like he's wearing fishnet, but that's just what I see.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Cecilia. Thanks for coming. Cecilia, I can't hear. Are you there?
Hi guys,
There
How
you
you
go.
doing?
I'm good. And no, mine is not store bought. Mine is homemade. I actually
figured yours
use
might
a
be.
lot of my preps to make it.
Okay. Let me shut my air conditioning off where I could hear you better because my hearing sucks.
I'm sorry, what? I
What,
can't hear you over the air conditioner.
you can't hear me?
No, I'm just messing with Colin. I'm gonna wait till he gets back and I'll be like, sorry, what did you say? I couldn't hear you over the air conditioner.
You're bad, Cliff.
Did
You're really bad. No, a lot of you
he
guys
just give
may
me the
or may
cat?
not know that I have fibro and a few other health issues.
It's one of Mac's toys. Okay. Now I can hear better.
I'm sorry, what was that?
What I was saying is, a lot of you guys may or may not know that I have fibromyalgia, arthritis, and a few other things. So there are days where I cannot cook, I can barely move or get out of bed. So on the days where I get a little bit of oomph, I end up cooking. I do some preps and and tonight I had some ground beef, but I didn't have enough, so I went into my prepper stuff, and since I had a bit of oomph tonight, I decided make 2 lasagnas. We'll have it for dinner, and then I'll cut it up and bag it up, and then I can have it for days that I can't cook, or if I see a couple of friends and I know they like the lasagna, and I'll just pack it up and give them to them.
No, that makes sense. I'm always on the go, so it's hard for me to sit down. Generally with Jenny and I getting home, usually between 6 and 7 o'clock every night. Unless we get lucky, then I get a chance to talk to Cliff as he's getting off work.
Well, that's why you kind of prep your food for a few days. So on the days that, like on the weekends or on days that you're not so busy, you kind of make a few meals and just pack it up enough for a single serving, and just throw it in the freezer. And then when you are working hard or working late, you just pull up as many as you want and thaw it out, and dinner's there.
Yeah, my mom used to do that. But with me being sick last week and Jenny working on the weekends and me not being able to do much of anything, it's been tough.
It still trips me out every time I see that.
What?
So you probably can't see it on your side, but when I'm on my little mini window down below while I'm in the basement, or my screen's in the basement, on my side, it shows a little cross on this thing like this.
I don't see it.
Yeah, see, on my little window for my side.
Oh, okay, I see it. It's kind of. I see something that looks like more.
Yeah, it's like a swoop pattern,
Yeah, I see it.
like a star almost, like a 4-point star. It's so weird.
Well, that's cool.
It doesn't show it up on the big screen though. When I'm like up on this window here, it only shows it in the little window.
I was continue talking about what Cecilia does. Cecilia, how much does it cost to do that per week on average?
Well,
I know the price difference are different between Canada and the States, obviously.
Colin, you have to understand, I'm on a disability pension right now.
Your fixed budget. Okay, that makes sense.
I do my shopping once a month, but then you have to realize that I also do prepping. And
Right.
a lot of the items that I'm using are my prepper foods. I bought one little package of ground beef fresh when I went out shopping. And yes, I bought some snacks because I knew I was going to be here with Cliff and I needed something.
Yeah. Okay.
So I got some dill pickled chips as my snack.
Oh, he actually had that a couple of weeks ago. I think he was eating. Was it you? Who was that had the dill chips?
Wasn't me. Those things are nasty.
Oh.
Oh no!
Not everybody has their preferences, Cliff. You know that.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
I don't know what it is about my channel.
It was the
people
cheapest
eating.
of all the chips that you could get. I wanted I just wanted some chips. I didn't want to make my own. In regards to how much that costs, that depends. I got very lucky when I went out shopping a couple of days ago. A lot of the items that I wanted were on sale.
Well, that's good. 'Cause I'm not sure what the situation is for groceries there or not.
Well, put it this way. I had 3 bags and it cost me $177.34.
To
How big
me,
were the bags?
I know the exchange rate, and like I'm just take yours and put the exchange rate around, which is a lot lower than here. Yeah, it's probably about what we spend. It just
what I spent for this month was $177.34. That was my total cost for the month.
I've got a 15-year-old boy, and we go through that pretty much every 2 weeks.
Okay, you have to realize all my kids are all grown. So for the last almost 3 years, it's only been myself.
So you remember teenagers and how much they eat.
Oh, yeah. I used to have to go shopping every single week, at least 150 to 200.
That's what we have to do with Ian.
At least. If you went on a shopping where you're getting your groceries plus your laundry detergent and all that stuff, you were looking at a good $500. But when I was working, that didn't really matter to me because I could cover that no problem. But unfortunately, when I broke my arm, that sort of was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Right.
I typed for a living. I worked as a customs broker. So a lot of my stuff was all computerized. Besides talking to truckers and customs and everything else. Now, it's very hard for me to type. It's only been in the last year that I've been actually able to type with my left hand. I have to wear, if I'm going out or if I'm doing anything, I'm wearing 3 different braces on the arm. Unfortunately, when it broke, they miscalculated and it wasn't set properly. And because it wasn't set properly, it's being held by scar tissue. And then the pandemic started. And I went back to see the surgeon, and he said that for them to go in now so late after the fact, that I could end up doing more damage than get any use of the arm. He says I might even lose total use of the arm. So you kind of modify what you do. That's why when I'm cooking, I could take 3 hours to cook. Like I started doing the meal, I think it was around 4:30. and it just finished about a half hour ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's why I say when I cook, if I'm going to make something, I'm going to make in a very large quantity. Now, with the
Lasagna is one of those ones that takes forever to make, regardless.
no, because I already had, except for the fresh piece of ground beef that I had, the rest of my ground beef was already part of my preps. The tomato sauce was already part of my preps. So the only thing that I had to work on was just browning the ground beef, the fresh one, adding the other ones that I already had canned, and the only thing was, you know, cutting up the cheese.
Yeah. What kind of cheese do you prefer using in your lasagna?
I use a combination of cottage cheese in the middle
Right. That's
and
standard.
Parmesan, and then on the top I put Parmesan with a little bit of mozzarella,
That's what Jenny does.
and then cover it with a bit of tomato sauce. But because I'm going to freeze it, I don't put a lot of tomato sauce in it because it'll be harder to wrap it up in tin foil and then put it in freezer bags. So I don't make it with a lot of sauce. If I'm going to be serving it, I'll have sauce on the side to add. But then again, because of my issue, if I'm going to cook, I'm always going to make a lot of. The majority of the time, some days no. But then I'll take that and then if it's meat or vegetables or whatever, I will can it and put it as part of my preps.
Yeah, I think I can only eat lasagna so much at once because I'll usually eat like like 2 or 3 actual servings or what one would consider a family meal in one go, and then I can't eat it for like 3 or 4 days.
We kind of mix. We have to mix it up. What kind of noodles that we eat in a given week or so. We might eat lasagna once, then we go to spaghetti, then we do a goulash, or we do a mac and cheese.
I can do manicotti like daily if I had to. I love manicotti.
The only thing is, when you're making a lot of it, okay, you then cut it up into portion size, put it in some tin foil, put it in some freezer bag, put it in the freezer. Like, there are days certain foods taste better the second day, which is lasagna.
Cold pizza.
Pizza.
See, I use these things, Cecilia. These are the sandwich meat tins.
Nah, I like the freezer bags. They take
Jenny and I,
less room.
when we get a chance, we like the vacuum sealer bags.
Yeah, these are washable and reusable.
So are the freezer bags I get. Everything has to do double duty. It has to work more than once.
Well, like I said, Jenny and I like the vacuum sealer bags because you can make them, the ones we can get, or you can adjust the sizes that you need according to what you're using it for.
But they're a little pricey.
You have to
understand budget.
Well, at the time, this is what we could afford, and this is what worked for us because we have very limited freezer space. Unfortunately, we don't have a deep freeze, which I've been trying to save up and get, but
honestly, you can get a small tank freezer for like $300.
Yeah, but you got to have $300.
It's true.
And I don't want to get a used one. I want to get a new one that actually has warranties and stuff like that. Because we only need a small one because I haven't had a chance to go bow hunting yet. And I plan on picking up some rabbits and squirrels. And if everything goes willingly, a deer.
I think the smallest one they make is like 3 cubic feet.
I want to get a 5 cubic feet one because they have them. They sell them at Walmart. But I don't know if our wiring is good enough here for that because when we have too many things on, we pop the circuit breaker.
Yeah, if it's popping the circuit breaker, you need a bigger fuse in there.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, Cliff.
Go ahead.
That's why you have to can to save on your freezer space. Now, the only thing that's going that I make extra into the freezer is the lasagna. But if it's anything else, like a meat sauce or a tomato sauce, that automatically goes into the canner that same night. Or
I still haven't got any canning stuff.
Or the next day.
Sorry. Haven't had a chance to do that yet.
I still got to fix the tomato sauce that I made with my tomatoes. It's not tasting right. So plus it's really watery, so I got to boil it down. But I got to put garlic in there.
Put some
I just
basil
haven't
in
had
it.
a chance.
She said add basil.
I do have. I've added crud. I don't have one over here. I did. I used an Italian seasoning mix, which was oregano, basil. That one actually did not have any rosemary in it. What else did I have in there? I think that one actually still had parsley and onion in it too. Actually, speaking of which, I gotta get it out of the way.
There is news between Cliff and me about stuff he was sending me. We had an issue with the U.S. Postal Service.
Stupid post office sucks butt. That's the issue. Freaking idiots don't know how to read.
Cliff, okay, just from the way I cook, have you thought that your sauce doesn't taste right? Because sometimes you might have put in too much of things. Sometimes basic makes it better.
Be well,
No,
Tristan.
it's too. It's well. The thing is, it's not fully processed. It's still missing the garlic flavor, which I haven't had a chance to put in, and I still need to boil it down because it is right now. It is like basically soup.
Okay, when you did your tomatoes, did you let out the tomato evaporate the water?
No, so what we did is the way me and my mom did it is we blanched the tomatoes in boiling water until the skin split, and then we peeled the skins off, processed those in a food processor, and then mixed everything together and put it in a crock pot for about 24 hours. And then they said that next morning, my parents took care of it because I couldn't have had to go to work, unfortunately. They sifted it out, filtered it out, so it didn't have any seeds in it, so it was just the paste and the water. And then I got to re-add seasonings to it, but I have oregano, basil. I have one was onion chives, and the other one was this was onion, and this was my garlic chives.
Okay, Cliff. Quick question on the chives.
Yeah,
What's the difference between onion chives and regular chives?
the taste. Certain chive, there's like from what I've seen so far, but seed wise, I have like 3 different varieties of garlic chives. Get off, bug! Try to quit flying in my eye.
Have you ever tried making like an Irish stew, Cliff?
Nope, not yet.
I make a really good Irish stew, apparently.
I'm still not really a big fan of onions. I can eat them in small quantities, but I have to like force myself.
When I make my Irish stew, I only use 1 onion, and I finally chop it because I don't like chunky onions.
Oh.
And
Later, Tristan.
Later, Tristan.
I already said goodbye to him already. Hey, Bob, thank you for coming.
No, go for it, Bob.
Oh, there's nothing wrong. Okay, no, you feel free to change it back to archery if you want. Sorry, Cecilia. I know you got some really good points. I'm going to have to go ask you more about it. But Jenny's the cook in the family. I dabble.
I'm good at cooking. I just don't ever really have time to cook, so I just kind of wing it.
It depends, Bob, on which type of points that you use. Judo points, I mean, I haven't used the judo points that much because I've always had trouble with the flight of these when I'm shooting them. That's why I've always preferred the hex blunts over those. But I tried these when I first started out. They work, but they're not.
Yeah, you go with those ones because the weight of the rubber, you got to aim way higher than you need to.
Yeah, that's true. But like I said, I like the hex blunts because they match the weight of my tips generally that I use for my broadheads and stuff. Because I try to use 125 grain arrow tips, and these things are like, these things hit like hammers. They impart all the force into your tips. I mean, they don't have the grass catcher, parts, that they have on these. But they, and this thing, you only have a little bit of place for the force to hit, not even the size of probably about a quarter inch, if to a half an inch, if at best.
I'd say more like 8. I think those are more like 1/8 inch.
1/8 inch.
Or 5/16, somewhere around there. Yeah, they're small tips on those.
Yeah.
Small tip.
I mean, difference between the two. Take a look. I'm sorry. You see how the difference is.
Yeah, that hex blunt's almost twice the width.
Yeah, I mean they're the same. Both of them weigh the same. That's the thing that will let you know. But I just like the way the hex blunts hit. When they do the job. Hey, Will, thank you for coming.
Hey, well. Okay, question for you, Colin.
Yes.
On the arrows, you have that little plastic piece at the end. My arrows I ordered didn't come with those pieces. Do I require those?
Yes.
You mean the Knox?
Yeah, those.
Not all arrows have. Okay, using the one that I got from Blake as an example. There's some things called self Knox, which look like this one. Does yours have that?
Hold on. Let me pull out my arrows.
And if it doesn't, knocking would be definitely needed.
Yeah, if they don't have it and it doesn't have a self knock on the end, you're better off taking it to an archery shop and having them put them on.
And no, Bob, the springs do not contribute to the impact. They help keep your arrow from digging into the grass. That's why I prefer the heavier duty hex blunts. They allow for more of the kinetic energy to enter the target.
Yeah.
This one, the old rubber blunts, which just go over your tips, they have a little more give, and you're not likely to do what you need to do. So this is just something I guess. This is also the same tip I would use for when I made my green arrow boxing glove arrow.
Yeah, don't you normally when you're running the rubber blunts, because of the way those are designed, you actually have to unscrew the tip on there, otherwise that tip will poke through eventually.
Yeah.
Okay. I checked. Mine has the built-in little notch.
Okay.
Yeah, those are self knocks, and if you got those, it still shoots just as fine. Just gotta be, keep an eye on them for make sure they're not splitting or drying out, depending on what type of the wood that you have for your arrows. Since I have not physically seen your arrows, I can't really judge either way, but I'm just going by what your description is.
I was gonna say, if you got wood arrows, I'd say like a light coating of oil will actually keep them from drying out completely.
Yeah, like the ones for the one that Will made for me. I mean, that one, like this one here, I'm going to use it as a wall hanger, obviously, but I will probably coat this in a little bit of linseed oil, because back in the day when they had all wooden bows like they used to do with schools and stuff, they used lemon wood bows and they would coat them in linseed oil to help protect them.
Yeah, otherwise your stuff dries out, cracks, and the minute you shoot it, you end up hurting yourself more than anything else.
I've had bows shatter on me many times.
It's also a good way to split your string and get slapped in the face with 60 pounds of force.
Oh, you didn't see what happened. Oh, we didn't get a video of that.
No, you said Tyler's bow exploded. I would have loved to have seen that.
I think he overdrew it because his draw length is, he's got this long draw, and it came unhooked.
Okay.
From the cam.
Slipped out of the cam hold and
yeah,
funny.
It can be fixed, but since it's an older bow style. I mean, I know we both know somebody who could fix it.
Yeah, it's just a matter of sending it to Mark, though.
Yeah, but that's if Mark actually has the setup for that too. He may not. Have
remember, he said he worked in a shop that did that. He doesn't necessarily have all the equipment for it. That's the problem.
Exactly. But he's got the skill, but not the equipment. No, but Bob, like I said, you could use different types of blunts. I've seen people use for blunts
A hex nut. You can just stick a washer and a nut on the end of your thing.
Yeah. Okay. Like using this as an example, you can actually put a washer right here and do that, or what you could also do is in place of one of these, a 38 round shell that's already been spent will do the same job as a regular blunt. Only thing I would do though is make sure that you check your weight of the shell, because my boy and I go down to a shooting range. He picks up all the spent ammunition and uses them for making his own blunts.
Should be able to use a 273, and I believe a 308 would work for it too.
It depends on your diameter of your shaft you're using, though, Cliff.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said like a 308 ought to work.
Ian initially was using a 5/16 because it hit a lightweight bow, but then he's upgraded now to the 11/32. Myself, I'm going to be upgrading from the 11/32 to 23/64.
So that'd be roughly about a 30-06 round.
I don't know. I have never tried anything on the 23/64 yet. My wife recently just asked me, "Oh, what do you want for your birthday?" The same thing I ask from her every single year, which I never get. Arrows. I ask for arrows every year.
A little bit taller.
I actually don't care. I mean, I've been taller than I lost it.
But was you a baller?
Ha 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 ha. No, you already know why I'm actually an inch shorter than I should be.
Yep.
Nothing I could have done about it either.
No, the bow that I got is called the Junix, Junxing, and I got the arrows that went with it.
Okay, I've actually heard of that one. That is an off-brand. Okay, give me a second here.
It's a R.
Spell the name of it again.
Junxing, and it shows it's a Panda R.
Okay, give me a second here. Okay, I've seen these takedown bows.
She went for a compound bow.
Is it a recurve?
No, it's just a regular plain bow. Like a long bow.
Long bow. Okay. How many pounds?
Shoot.
Hers is a single piece from the looks of it.
A 30-pound pull.
Okay. What
but
color
when I
is
bought this, they also had, when I got it through Amazon, they had the arrows, down at the bottom when you're clicking to buy. They say these are the arrows that go with it. Add to cart. So I picked up 2 packages of the arrows that went with it. But
that's more or less a people who bought this also bought this. Would you like to add to your cart?
Well, I needed to get arrows. I can't get a bow without arrows. So
that's true. Nothing wrong with that. No.
Man,
I thought I was getting a crossbow because I clicked on it and I saw this crossbow and I thought, this is a really good deal. Guess what? When I got it, it's not a crossbow. It's a crossbow mount or holder.
Oh. Okay. Man. I see the style of your bow you're looking at. It's nice, functional bow. It'll work. You have an aluminum or metal riser, which is the handle.
Oh, that is a beautiful bow.
Again, I was looking for a crossbow. Mine is not really for hunting. Mine was more for as a prep item, self-defense, because down in the States, you guys get to get guns. Up here, we don't. So
I know this already.
I'm
looking for other alternatives for safety.
That's perfectly fine.
I went with this.
Okay. What is the rules there about air rifles?
I'm still looking into it. Depending on where you are, some say yes, some say no.
Okay, next time I see Sean, I'll ask him, see if he knows any more information.
Again, Sean is about an hour away from me. He lives out in the country. It's different. I live in the city.
Okay.
So a lot of stuff that people who live out in the country can get, because I live in the city, I can't get it.
Yeah. Well, I do know someone who's in the chat at the moment. He may not say so himself, I consider him more of an air rifle expert than I am, and that would be Will, because he actually makes his own air rifle pellets, even, and he's
Actually,
he's-
I was looking for an air rifle,
yeah.
but at the prices that I was seeing them at, nah, they're a little.
Oh no, they're expensive.
Actually, I got Ian's fairly inexpensive for like 150. But his was dual caliber, which is the reason why it was a little bit more expensive. And it worked out really well for what he's using it for. And soon he'll be even better off once we get the package from Cliff.
Ugh, stupid UPS.
Again,
not-
I don't want to spend a lot of money because I'm using it as a prep item for
Yeah.
safety.
Yeah,
Because
well,
I live
thing is-
alone, okay? I
Yeah.
live alone. I
I
own a
understand.
house in the city. My kids don't live here. My daughter's down in Florida. Another one's on the other side of the province, and I've got one out west in Edmonton. So I'm alone. I have a security system, but it's not enough. I need
A really decent air rifle that's not too much for the price point. I mean, like I said, my boy's got a Beeman. It's not too fancy, nothing too great. Cock it. It's a breakdown. You cock it once in the middle, put your thing in. 22 caliber. You could do some damage with that, and that's all you need.
Mine's not nearly as easy. Mine's actually a pump rifle.
No, I think Will's got one of the more higher power, 50 cals, whatever it is.
You can get like a Marksman makes a really, really high end air rifle.
Yeah, but I mean, something for like Cecilia size, I would go for a smaller one. Like I said, like a Beeman, not a Crossman though. Ignore the Crossmans. But it's something that she's, with her strength level and issues, that would be the best one for her size wise. And if you get a good one, they come with their own.
Take care, Bob. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for coming, Bob.
Good
I really
night, Bob.
appreciate it. If you have any more questions, Bob, please feel free to ask. I have no problem. My email is in my description on my about page. Feel free to ask me questions anytime you want. No, I think an air rifle might work really well for your preps. For one, you can carry several thousand rounds in your pockets.
It gets heavy.
Again, if shit hits the fan, I'm bugging in. So everything that I've gotten is more to do as a bug in. So
Right.
I
mean, this would work for a bug in situation
Jackery.
too.
It's
And the thing is, it's quiet. That's another issue.
Well, more quiet than their actual bang stick.
Yep.
okay. Colin, I've got some US money. When you're out shopping and if you find a really good deal, let me know. I would be interested. If it's around the $150 range, I can do it.
Okay. I got mine from Amazon for Ian. So they might be on there if you want to go through there. Walmart also carries them, but I don't. The one I want is the Gamma, which is a little bit more expensive.
Again, your Walmart down there is
Not
it
the
has
same.
a
I know.
lot more stuff than our Walmart up here.
Oh yeah.
Up here, it's
I don't think I could mail it to you either. That's the only issue I got. I could, even if I picked it up here and mailed it to you, I might have a little issue at the border.
Yeah, customs would probably be all up in arms, literally.
Yeah. No pun
Yeah.
intended.
It's hard shipping some stuff across the border at the moment. At this current time of crisis, it's a pain to ship stuff.
well.
Okay, I don't know anything about
shipping
the
up here-
Crossman, Jeff.
Sorry.
It's okay. Jeff was commenting he has a Crossman Quest 177. I don't know much anything about that.
An old one. Or actually, it might be a newer one.
Grace said that Will's air rifle cost him $1,400, but his is a high-powered 50 cal air rifle that takes a compressor to pump it up and all this other junk. That's way out of anybody's price range for me.
If I'm going to drop $1,400, I'm buying a kayak.
Or I already got the survival bow I need. I just need the stuff for making the equipment I need. Let me see here. Actually, I'm going to see what my
Again, my
Fine.
items are basically prep. I prep for bugging in, but I also have a few preps thanks to Grace Martin, who sent me some a backpack and a few other items that if I have to bug out,
right.
I have an alternative. But my main thing is bugging in, and that's why I got the bow, the arrows. That's why I have my jackery for my
Right.
CPAP machine, which I don't care about electricity. I would hopefully not lose a lot of stuff that I have in the freezer, but most of my stuff is, canned or dehydrated.
Right.
So my only issue would be is moving my preps, like because they are in mason jars. That's the only thing about moving that stuff. I've got some canned stuff, but majority of it is prepared food. Like I said, there are days when I can't do it, so I've got canned stews, chilies, chicken soup, you know, chicken curry.
Do you do any cold meals, not just cooked meals?
What do you mean cold meals?
Like, okay, if you just want to make a sandwich.
Um, I don't do a lot of sandwich meats because there are too many preservatives and there's too much salt. And unfortunately, salt will make the same way as you have your issues with your legs, it will do it to mine.
Yeah.
So I don't do the only thing that I do in processed in regards to meats would be if I'm making a pizza and I have like pepperoni or sausage.
Okay. Well, one of the things that we do from time to time when we get a chance to, actually, I'm not sure if I showed you this. I have a hand cranked meat slicer. We go to the meat counter, we get our own meats, and we slice our own sandwich meat. I'm not sure if you've ever done that.
Many years ago, unfortunately, that got legs and walked away, but I had an electric meat slicer.
Yeah, I'll show you my hand crank one here. Give me a second.
Oh, these were my licenses. Freaking jar. Ugh. Sorry, folks. I had to pop off camera, man. I can't stop yawning. I'm like wicked tired today for some reason.
It's all the junk food.
No, that usually gives me energy. No, it's like 95 degrees today.
Oh, Cliff, do you have some moringa growing?
Some of what?
Moringa.
Nope.
Okay. Moringa is a hot climate plant. Get some moringa seeds. You can get them from Mary's in California.
Okay.
It is like a multivitamin in the leaves. You can use all parts of it, and it's like having a multivitamin times 6. It has more vitamins than you can get in any pill form, and it'll give you the energy you need.
Oh, I don't take pills for anything.
Okay. Well, here's my
For the most part.
slicer I was telling you about. This is the. I gotta have a name on here
I
somewhere.
think I can get one of those at Harbor Freight.
The name of this one is the
General
Slicing Machine. USA made. Blades adjustable, for different slices and stuff like that. Jenny and I use this one we can get whole hams and roasts and stuff like that, and make roast beef sandwich meat or sliced ham meat or sliced turkey meat, whatever we want to do. We could slice it up with this thing, and we set it aside and keep it for
turkey meat.
That's a cool little one. I had was the electric one.
I found that one for $5 at a antique store. I could not turn it down. I saw it, could not. Yeah.
When I got mine, the kids were quite young. And I think I paid $140. Mine was electric, but then, as you said, I would go to the deli counter and pick up chunks of meat and just slice it as I wanted it.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing. There's days we don't feel like cooking, and sometimes just a nice sandwich and something, nice glass of milk is all you really need. I mean,
Ooh, you know what? If you've got that, you can slice slices of like not like French toast or Texas toast style slices, but like slightly thicker than a sandwich meat or like cheese. You could slice meatloaf like that and just make a nice little meatloaf sandwich that way.
you can use it for just more than just meat. You can use it for slicing block cheese. Like when I was growing up, we had the American, the government cheese. This kind of machine would have done amazing job on that.
95% fake cheese.
Hey, it made the best grilled cheese.
Yeah, it's
You
still,
gotta
it's
admit
still
that.
technically fake cheese because cheese isn't yellow. Milk doesn't come out of a cow yellow.
Oh wow, Grace has got her grandmother's hand crank meat grinder. I don't have a meat grinder.
Ooh, I'd love
Hey,
to have
Rogue,
it.
thank you for coming.
Living a rogue life. How's it going? Thank
Hey,
you for
Rogue.
joining us.
Thank you for coming. Like I said, I mean, there's days when you just don't want to cook. It's either it's too hot or something, and a sandwich, and maybe if you do something else in addition to it, like a nice bowl of soup. Just some
Those
nice
are the
bowl-
days where the chickpeas and the hot pepper mix come out.
Yeah, we like tomato soup and things. Because a lot of our preps were like really cheap soups. We can get them by the flats at the bulk store.
Oh, I still got like 30 cans of soup to eat.
Yeah. We lived in Newton, we actually had a lot of that stuff, but we lost we went through a lot of it while we were in transition at our old place, and yeah, we got to build up again, and I hate doing that.
Hey, it takes time, Colin. I had a whole load of stuff stocked up, but unfortunately, when I had to stop working, I had to go into my preps if I wanted to eat.
Yeah, we did that a lot.
I understand it, and it's just trying to build it back up. But when you're on a tight budget, you pick up. What I usually do is when I go shopping, if I see it on sale, I know people don't like it, but I like ravioli, so I'll pick
Well,
up.
my boy loves it. Yeah.
I'll pick up a couple of cans of ravioli, and then I end up using it on days when I don't want to cook it. I want pasta.
Right.
But what I usually pick up is those Mr. Noodles, or the no-name version of Mr. Noodles, and I'll make
don't think they
that,
sell
and
those
then
here.
We don't have a Mr. Noodle here, so a no-name brand of Mr. Noodle is just like air.
or actually, it'd be more like the Great Value brand at Walmart.
Well, it's just her version of Mr. Let me look that up. I'll see what Mr. Noodle is, then I can figure out whether or not, because I'm thinking it's
now
probably
I'm curious.
ramen.
I'm curious.
it's a ramen noodle.
Ramen. Okay.
Yeah, it's a ramen noodle. But what you do is, again, depending.
Nope. Apparently, it's. Oh, I don't hear my camera on. Let's try that again. So apparently, this you fart stain. That is Mr. Noodle.
That's from Sesame Street.
You're looking for a ramen.
That's Mr. Noodle and his brother, by the way. I know Sesame Street, but
But then again, I do dehydrating. I do peppers. I
Right.
do carrots. I do garlic. So with those Mr. Noodles, there's not much substance to it. So
No.
what you do is make the Mr. Noodles, and then I'll take some dehydrated peppers or carrots or whatever I have, and throw it in there, cook it up, and it ends up making it a good meal. And then
Right.
if you want some protein, open up a small can of tuna, throw it in there, and it actually tastes good.
Yeah.
Yep. So it is. It really is ramen noodle.
I don't do ramen because the packets are way too salty for me.
Well, it's only if you add the little flavor packet. That's where all the salt's at. If you just cook the noodles by themselves and add your own flavorings, there's no sodium.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's low sodium, not no sodium. But yeah, I've been doing that, trying to do that with my backpacking stuff, mainly, trying to save weight, but it's kind of hard because Ian likes to eat well on the trail.
Okay, you could still eat well. Do you have a dehydrator?
Yes, actually, I actually picked up a decent one at a secondhand store a while back.
A
Okay.
good while back.
Take peppers, okay, take celery, take onions, um, any vegetable you like, dehydrate it, okay, and it becomes like a third of its size, and you could just put them in some Ziploc bags and put it in your backpack, and then pull it out, throw it in with your ramen, and it'll increase in size, and you can get a really good meal out of it.
Well, that's pretty much what like we use. I mean, there used to be something I used to carry years ago. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it. It was called Soup Starter.
Yep.
And it was. I mean, you can't find it anymore. But it was basically you just add meat and water, and it was done. That's all you had to do.
Yeah, we have a I think what it is called now. It's called Better Than Bouillon.
Really?
Yeah, it's a soup stock. Basically, it's a condensed, almost like a gel paste, like soup stock.
But no, but the Soup Starter actually had the dehydrated vegetables and stuff in it.
Yo, I think you can still find those randomly, but they're not like mainstream anymore. I was gonna say, if you guys wanted to go cheap, you could always get these little things. They're like 33 cents a pack, and you can actually make a huge meal out of these.
Again, Cliff, your prices down there are nothing compared to what we
Oh,
have.
we know.
You know, the
33
very
cents is
small
not much for
cans
the
of
conversion
tuna.
rate. You're probably looking at your price is probably like 45 to maybe 50 cents a pack. If that, that's still pretty cheap.
Nah.
Probably
Those
double
very
that.
small cans of flavored tuna, the really, really small ones,
Yeah.
they're $1.25 up here.
That's about right for what we paid down here for tuna.
Yeah. I was gonna say they're usually anywhere between, I think, you can get them between like 75 cents to like $1.50.
Yeah. That's comparable to the tuna.
Well,
Oh,
they
we
used to
talked
be
about-
like 79 cents
Seriously.
once upon a time.
I remember
Okay.
pot pies. You want a market grab right there? Pot pies. Those things used to be 25 cents a box.
Yeah, I
Like
remember
20
that.
cents, 25 cents a pie. And then they were like 35 cents. And I was like, all right, that's still not too bad. You can still get like, a couple of these for a couple bucks. And now they're like $1.80 a pie. I'm like, why?
Colin, what you could do if you want something that has a mix and some dried vegetables, I don't know if they have it down in the States. It's called Lipton's, and it's
Yeah.
a soup mix that has all the dehydrated stuff in there. What you could do is take that with you and just take out a spoonful or so of how much you want to use.
Right. Actually, there's something I just found.
If I'm not mistaken, Lipton's actually down here actually sells the little seasoning packet. They're like 50 cents or like 35 cents. I think they're like 25 cents. But yeah, it's got the soup stock mix and then like a bit of like dehydrated. Yeah. You can actually still find those. That's Clover Valley, if I'm not mistaken.
Mother Earth products, actually.
Yeah. No, you can still find those.
Yeah. I was looking at this and I found some other ones. I mean, when I backpack, I try to carry as little weight as I can food wise.
Okay.
We'll try these Frontier.
Oh, and you see that the one on the far right that's got the red chili, the black beans, the corn, the chili
This
flakes.
one?
Yeah, that's a New Mexico blend right there.
Yeah. They got different. That's south of the border tortilla.
Yeah, that's the new. I saw that right away, and I was like, dude, I find that in the stores all the time.
Yeah. I haven't tried that one yet, but I want to try it.
And they're not $8. That price tag is because Amazon wants to stick you in the butt. No,
Right.
they're usually like $2 to $4 a pack.
I don't know much about
Southwest.
foods.
Yeah,
There's the
Southwestern
cup of soup
tortilla
that
mix.
Cecilia was talking about right there.
Yeah, spring vegetable cup of soup.
Yep. I don't want to do a broth because I need something that actually has vegetables. Something I could just throw maybe in some beef jerky for meat and just boil it
All
up.
beef jerky does not rehydrate for jack squat.
I'm not asking it to dehydrate rehydrate the.
Or yeah, sorry, no, it doesn't. I tried that before. I had what it was I eating, and I decided I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna. I cubed like little cubes
Right.
of like a couple of pieces of beef jerky, and I chucked it in there. I even cooked it on the stove, and that stuff was still like it was like eating
Oh,
like
wait,
leather.
wait, wait. The thing is, Cliff, you don't go with. Give me a second. Let me close this out. No, you don't go with the regular beef jerky. You got to get the beef jerky chunks. You don't necessarily have to rehydrate them, but having them in addition to the beef the soup stock
Yeah,
is
a little protein.
you need the calorie count when you're backpacking, which is also the same thing you need when you're prepping.
Oh man, that's why I got a ton of
Calories
pasta. You
count
want
for the
calories?
weight.
There's your calories right there in pasta.
Yeah.
You just add like two
Yeah.
or three.
Yes, well, we were. We were discussing air rifles for home defense and other things. I will not pull Ian's out because it's not mine to do.
Were
so.
you talking about air squirt guns? Can you imagine an air squirt gun? Man,
That's what do you think those pump up ones are? Super soakers.
I miss those. I miss the old Super Soaker 50, and then they had the like 150, and that thing was like stupid beast way back in the day. And then Nerf got a hold of everything and just screwed it all up.
Remember the one with the backpack?
Yeah, that was oh my god, that was the 2500 or no, it was the Super Soaker 1500.
Yeah,
And the thing had the stupid hose, and you filled it. It was like 3 gallons of water you could just spray your friends with.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Getting one of those and making a what you can call it?
Flamethrower?
Mace.
No, not a flamethrower because you couldn't actually do it. But
Homemade mace is what I said.
yeah, homemade mace with a lot of hot peppers.
Oh yeah. That would
That
work.
would work.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd have to steep that stuff in water for like a week.
Not if you're using scorpion peppers.
I
anything
would
in
still do it for a
background.
week, man. Get all that capsaicin in the water, and then slightly boil the water down just a bit.
Okay, I'm going to say something stupid. I'm not sure if it would work. So people in the chats can correct me. Everybody's talking about hot peppers, hot peppers, hot peppers. What about something that affects the eyes but not, cause blindness?
Garlic.
I was thinking more onions.
Onion water. You soak onions in water like a thick onion brine, and that'll
if you're
do
tearing up, you can't see.
But Colin, if you're thinking of in a shift kind of situation, you want something that's going to blind them. You're not going to care if they're out to get you.
Oh.
You're not going to care that you're going to blind them.
Oh.
Well, that's why I've got all these.
You also got that. Don't you have a taser one?
No, I have an actual taser. I got it in a battle box years ago, and it's under my bed somewhere. And actually, one of the boxes I have under there.
Yeah.
See, the only thing is with tasers, you got to be pretty close to them.
Oh.
Not if they're standing on water.
Hey, great. Oh, Cliff. A taser arrow.
Oh my God! Can you imagine?
Yes. My Green Arrow fantasies come to life. Yes.
It's like a cattle prong. You just like basically tie a cattle prod on to an arrow and just chuck it at somebody. And
No,
be like, all right, here you go, sucker.
The new ones that are like a little flashlight size.
Oh, you could probably modify an arc later.
Oh, that would so work. Ooh, okay. Get myself in trouble if I don't. I gotta
No,
stop.
Evan, I think you mean warheads, not airheads.
Warheads would be tough too. Yeah.
Well, you're just basically dissolving that
Cinnamon.
whatever.
Cinnamon would work too.
Yeah, cinnamon would. That kind of burns the eyes a little bit.
But cinnamon in general, I mean, if you in enough quantities, could actually cause death.
I think that's a BS myth that everyone's.
Yeah, I think that's a BS too.
Oh.
Yeah, because there was that whole cinnamon spoon challenge where you would die if you ate like a whole spoonful of cinnamon. You're not dying the minute the minute you inhale a breath of air, you suck all that powder into your lungs and you just start coughing like you're about to die. Will, I figured somebody would try those arc lighters because I think those are low voltage anyway. They're not much more powerful than a 9-volt battery.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I think you made that comment because you tried it, didn't you?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I knew somebody in this chat would have tried it because I don't own an arc lighter. Those things are too expensive to buy one just randomly.
So, you're the one to ask Will if he found that out if they don't zap much?
No, he figured it out himself
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how he found out.
because he was just like, oh, I wonder. I guarantee his thought process was like, I wonder if I can catch my finger on fire or if this hurts, and then stuck his finger in there and turned it on.
Here's his answer.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys, you know he did something.
He's
I'm going to
a
tell you
guy.
right now,
Yeah.
that's a typical guy thing.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
get
It's a guy
something and they're
thing.
like, let's do something stupid with. It's one of those hold my beer moments.
Or trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Yes, exactly.
No, he wanted to see if it would actually work, so he tried it on himself.
Right. But I mean, I would set up a somewhat way of doing it with an arrow because they wouldn't expect it.
To get tased from way the heck over there.
Exactly.
That'd be an interesting way to do it.
Thing is, you don't want to kill them, but you want to incapacitate them to.
Again,
I don't want to have to bury a body. That's just too much
Colin,
work.
that's a lot of money to spend to make one arrow that you might not be able to recover.
Who says I would just make one?
But I'm saying you wouldn't be able to recover.
Oh, there's certain arrows that you don't recover. I mean, I got plans.
He's actually got arrows that you physically can't recover because they'll burn in the process.
Mm-hmm. I've got flaming tip arrows and all this other stuff. I've got some other arrows that arrowheads I need to get. They're
exactly, Grace.
These are medieval combat arrows that were used in the Middle Ages for sieges and stuff like that were not meant to be recovered. So that's something I expected. And arrows, I always consider them a consumable item, just like a freedom seed would be, because they break.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do with an arrow is I wanted to put instead because you know how most fletching only has like a 1 or 2 degree twist to it, like when they put them on there, so your arrow has a little bit of a spin when it's going just for distance.
That's actually due to the fletching.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The fletching it starts at the like center point, but then kind of curls just a bit. Yeah,
you can see that right there.
I want to get one with more of a spiral, and then I want to stick a screw on the front end of that thing.
Actually, they do make spiral fletching.
Yeah, I mean, it won't be that hard to do.
It's the same principle. It just goes around this. It's a style of flu arrow, which is used for hunting game birds.
No, I wouldn't even use that for game birds. I would stick a screw on the front of that, find out which way the thread goes, put the arrows the opposite direction so they spin that way, and then chuck that. Can you imagine having that arrow just come at you and stick you and then actually drill itself into your skin?
It would actually. I don't know if the RPMs would be enough, to be honest.
You'd have to get I wouldn't necessarily say like a deck screw or like a wood screw, but something that's got, fat threads that are really long, almost like I want to say number 16 nail, like a log nail. I've got some tent stakes that actually kind of have a spiral to them, so when you nail them in the ground, they actually twist.
Yeah. I've actually seen some regular carpentry nails that way, usually from the old school when you're tearing down old buildings and stuff.
Yeah, those old carpentry
nails. It's like they took a regular nail, a square nail, and just twisted it.
Just a little bit, yep.
No, you can buy, I just bought some spiral nails.
That's cool.
I'm trying to do a project whenever I have the energy, but I just picked up some spiral nails. You could actually probably mount that to one of the arrows.
Actually, going off what Evan just said, I think a 9-volt battery with the right amperage would work.
Well, here's the problem with that. 9-volt battery will work, but you can literally stick your finger across the top of a 9-volt battery and it won't do squat until you get your finger wet.
Thing is, you forget. I mean,
what up, Steve?
Hey, Steve, thank you for coming.
Steve.
No, I mean, I was thinking as the power source, it's light enough. Then you put in a small capacitor with the prongs that you need.
Well, if you're going to do that, I'd go with a button cell battery, like the largest ones you can get, like the CR2032s.
What's the weight of those?
Dude, they like weigh virtually nothing.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to brainstorm that one because I'm not a designer. I'm an idea guy. I'm not a designer.
No, your best bet on that though is you will have to, because you can't just mount that or glue it to the side of the arrow because it will pull down because of the weight. You want to shave off some of your shafts so you can actually fit that in the shaft kind of flat.
No, I would use a carbon arrow with weighted counter shafts to bounce off the weight.
Oh, you could do that
without having to shave.
Well, no, because you're essentially calling what you're ending up with is basically here's your button cell and here's your shaft. You're going to have that thing's going to sit off to the side like this on one side. That rotation is going to throw that arrow out of whack.
No, I was thinking maybe if you use like watch batteries in series.
Yeah, you could, if you did like 3 of them around the shaft. Yeah, you could do it that way.
Put them in an encapsulated tip that screws onto the arrow.
Okay, you could definitely do it that way.
That way, the balance point, you could adjust the balance point, and only thing you'd have to make sure is that the impact rate is enough to actually cause the contacts to reach skin.
The easiest way to do that would be to get
what, Cecilia?
Wouldn't it be too heavy at the front?
That's why I was saying with what you can get for arrows. For a lot of people who shoot heavier duty arrows. I mean, mine is actually fairly light at 430 grain. There's people who shoot about a 600 grain arrow. They put extra heavy inserts right past the knock because this comes off. Oh, no, I can't take this one off at the moment, but these come off. You can put weights back here to counterbalance any weight you have on the tip because you want penetration when you hunt. So the people use, what's that?
This is a sewing needle for, marking your taglines.
Okay,
So this is what your prong would be. You would just snip off 2 of these. Make sure you have the bottom half encased in plastic. So when it's sticking out of the arrow, like the side of the arrow, like this, I almost dropped it and stuck myself, that you're not getting your positive contact and negative contact touching until it actually penetrates.
Right. That makes a good sense. Let's see here. Bumper shoes.
That would be the best way to make it. And then you just
have a coffee for me, Steve.
Hey, hi, Reef.
What was that?
Said hi, Reef. He walked in.
Oh, Reef.
We were talking, so I couldn't say anything.
Hey, Reef Robber, thank you for coming, brother.
Yeah, what's Steve making today? Is he making another compost bin? Moving the shed? Working on flattening the land for the other shed? What is he doing today?
A lot more than what I've done today. All I've done was make a couple of lasagnas. Oh, by the way, the lasagna pans I use, they're not the regular ones. They're like the supersized.
Oh, okay. We lost a lot of our stuff in our last move, so we're working on it.
Yeah, like I said, when I moved Carlisle,
okay. Thank you, Evan. I'll discuss that with you later. Yeah, Evan's on a design kick for one of these taser arrows.
What do you consider a supersized pan, Cecilia? Because I know like a normal is like a 9 by 12 or something like that for a standard lasagna pan.
Yeah, that's a standard. Mine is about 4 inches bigger.
Restaurant size.
Okay, so
it's
she's got the 12 by 6. She's got the 12 by 16 or the 10 by 16.
Yeah. If Johnny was here, he'd know. Johnny's the cook.
Because we've got like small lasagna pans, and then we've got a big one.
We've actually done something. I'm not sure if you guys do it because we like recycle the stuff we get. The tin survival, the tin that family size ready-made lasagna comes in. You know, like
Oh yeah, the aluminum tray.
Yeah, we try sometimes reuse those.
You can.
That's too small.
Huh?
That is way too small for my liking.
Well, we get the family size ones. The thing is, we don't eat a lot of lasagna because I can't eat the cheese every day, so we have to swap things out and things like that. That's why we do.
You can actually turn those into improvised barbecue grills.
I've seen it. Yeah.
All you do is you get your charcoal, line it on the bottom, and you just get one of the small little square, like camp grills,
or the mesh, diamond sheets deals.
I wouldn't do the diamond one. Because those ones are heavy, but if you get like they're usually like the lightweight foldable camp grills by Coghlan's. They're usually like $8 or $10. They're usually about 6-8 inches wide and usually about 10-12 inches long, and then they usually have legs that fold out so it kind of sits at an angle.
Right.
And then you just take the legs off or just leave the legs on there.
What he's got for his Boy Scout one from 1919.
Yeah, something similar to that. You just put that grill on top of it. Actually, you don't even have to do that. They have those stupid saute grills that you can buy at the store. They usually come in a 3-pack. They're like aluminum.
Right.
And you can use those to cook on because that's what it's for, like grilling vegetables on your grill so they don't fall through the rack holes. You just use one of those.
Actually, someone I saw, forgive me for I watch TikTok. Someone actually, two fat guys in the woods, I think they're called. But they actually took some lightweight chain, but it's enough to where it wouldn't melt when you heat it up, and skewers, and made a folding grill that rolls up.
Yeah.
Hi, Morning Light. Welcome to the chat.
No, but the thing is, I think I saved it from my phone. I will send you the link, Cliff, or you can take a look at it. It's actually pretty ingenious.
I can almost envision actually how they did it just by you telling me what they took.
What they did is, when they put it through the chain, they clipped off the end of the skewer, and they took both ends and they curled them like that, wrapped around the chain, and just went down the thing.
Yep.
And it'd be a great bushcraft setup, or in an emergency grill setup for anything you use for a grill, I guess. I'm sure you can make it any width or length you want, depending on budget and skill level, and having to bend that stuff by hand, strength level.
Yeah, not really. Those skewers you can bend easy.
It depends what kind of skewers you got. These guys use the heavy duty ones.
Yeah, even those heavy. Well, I can see having an issue bending like the last couple of inches by hand. But you can just grab the thing and just bend it like this, no problem.
Yeah, no, all they're trying to do is bend a little circle that goes through the chain.
See, that would be the problem right there, would be bending that part.
Yeah. If you had a vise or, that would probably do the job, but you'd still have to bend it around a circular shape. Well,
I know the way a lot of people, I don't even have mine over here anymore. Where'd it go?
Let me see.
It's a multi-tool. A lot of people carry multi-tools in the woods nowadays just because
I do.
You never know what you might need. Dude, I've randomly found screws walking around in the woods and trees. I'm like, why is there a screw here?
Colin, rather than trying to fold it over, why not clip it down with some vice grips?
Well, the thing is, I don't know. I've never done it myself. Vice grips would work if you had some. I personally don't have any at the moment, because I can't find any of my freaking tools.
And then here's a bigger question. Are you going to walk around the woods with a pair of vice grips?
Well, I think they made these in advance. Yeah,
I can see doing the prep work in advance and just having to put it together when you're out there.
Yeah. The name of the Two Old Farts in the Woods is the name of the channel. And they're the ones that made this. And let's see if this is the one.
Crap, I didn't even realize it was that late already.
It is.
Oh, okay.
See the skewers?
Yeah.
And that's what they made.
Oh, gotcha. You okay?
See what they did? They bent them and everything.
Yeah.
And
You know what? That almost looks like a
Rope
bicycle
ladder.
chain.
I'm not sure what kind of chain that is. But I mean, it says it. They say it in the video. I got the sound turned down, but
Oh, that looks like straight gardening chain, like the stuff you would hang your plants off of.
yeah, but it'd make a really good portable grill set.
Yeah, that it would.
I'll send you the link. And if I can find it again, I will show. I'll put the link somewhere, probably down below, maybe later. Creek Stewart, I loved Fat Guys in the Wood thing when he had it on. I love that show. Let's see. Hey, Steve. Picked up a double door glass front fridge for the homestead this morning. It was heavy, I bet. Worth $3,000. Got it for $100. Wow.
Because it has a short, so it doesn't work.
Well, that's good at least.
Heck yeah, dude. $3,000 fridge for $100, and you just got to find an electrician to figure out where the short's at and fix it.
Okay, but what do you think of that idea? That's the idea I was trying to explain. It's easier to watch it than explain it. But
not quite how I envisioned it, but yeah, that would work. Like, would work real well.
I mean, for backpacking or bushcraft, whatever, that would be something you just throw it in a side pocket, all rolled up, and or even a small, I would say maybe a canvas little tube bag.
That's why most of these guys have these ones.
I mean, I've seen the ones with the tubes and the little things, but they're like really.
I can't spell tonight at all.
I think having a backup system to cook. I mean, I've got my grill set up and my wood gas stove and stuff like that I carry every day, but I don't have something like that for an emergency.
Yeah, that's why, like I said, a lot of these guys, they go with these titanium camp grill sets, like these little grill things.
Right.
Virtually weigh nothing, but see here, I was right. This is the screen that I was talking about for the aluminum pan.
I'm here. I'm just getting my bag so I can dig through it.
This thing wants to load today.
I carry a lot of gear with me everywhere I go.
Guy right here, Colin.
Yeah, I've seen that one, but it doesn't roll up. That's the only thing.
Yeah, it doesn't roll up, but no, this is what I was talking about. You cover the top of those aluminum pans,
right?
And you use that. You turn it upside down so you can use the legs as handles, and then that's what you can cook stuff on. But no, the other ones are the like the Tokes titanium camp grill, and it's just a screen.
I've seen those. I mean, myself, I don't have the Tokes name brand, pretty much anything except for my.
This one isn't the name brand one, but this is pretty much what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've seen
these
those.
things. And then for those of you in chat, this is what I was referring to.
No, I mean, I've got my wood gas stove that I use. I've showed you this before, Cliff.
Yeah, I love wood gas stoves, man. They are so efficient.
I mean, here's mine. That's it.
Yeah, slightly bigger than mine.
Well, mine's, I mean, it's all folded up. This is a cheap knockoff version. And I got my cup.
I was going to say, if it's a cheap knockoff version, it must have been made by Solo.
No, this is a knockoff of a Solo. This one's actually from Geek or Wish or something like that. But I mean, it's a little heavier than the average one that we'd probably get, but it works for me. I have been considering swapping out these right here for something that a little bit sturdy when I put my pot on.
Oh, do they tend to want to like twist when you have it on there?
Well, because these are not level; they're angled.
Oh, gotcha.
And I want to wear something where it's a little bit more flatter, but still gives you the airflow right there. But,
Come on, camera.
hey, Matt, thanks for coming.
How's it going, Matt?
Hi, Matt.
Yeah, Matt was on Frontier's channel yesterday. But yeah, this is a simple Walmart cup with the folding handles and stuff. I do have actually, I think it's down here next to me. Give me a second. My military issue canteen and canteen cup.
I have
Okay.
mine somewhere. Luckily, that was one of the things they didn't steal out of my truck.
Yeah. But I also have. Give me a second. Is it down here? I think it's down here. Oh, yeah. I got something that's like old school, Cliff. And is this the one or is this Ian's? Yeah, this is Ian's.
I got too much stuff. It would take me forever to pull out half the stuff I got.
This one is U.S. military, 1962.
Nice.
I'm not sure if you guys
Can't see the stamp on, but it's too worn out.
Let's see if I can find it here. It's like right there on the.
Oh, right on the crest.
Yeah.
Okay, it says USA, and that's about all I can read.
That's what I'm trying to bet.
USA, large something. That's the NSN number, isn't it?
1962 is like right there.
Gotcha. That's really hard to read.
Yeah, I know.
Anything reflective, trying to put it on camera is a pain to read because,
Well,
again, it reflects.
I mean, I actually have one from 1942, but that's in my other bag.
Yeah, definitely, Grace. It does beat standing in front of your refrigerator door open all day long.
Now this, simple. There you go. That's how that's supposed to work, like that.
Oh, man, I'd be afraid if I knocked off something, bumped one, the other would fall right off, and I'd lose both pans.
It locks in.
No, but I'd still be worried about, bumping it and losing both pans right on the floor at the exact same time.
Yeah. But, I mean, this would be a good emergency backup kit. I mean, I still prefer my MSR one, to be honest. I don't have a plate that I use generally because, mine's this big. It's heavy. I think this was actually made for a multi-person setup. But since I do a lot of backpacking with Ian, I end up using my lid as a.
That's why I got this big bad boy. This big beastie.
Well, I don't need anything that big.
Huh?
I don't need anything that big. I mean,
You
I got
wanna
something
cook for like 3 or 4
I got a
people.
kettle.
No, I've been wanting to get one of these for years, and I finally decided. I was just like, you know what, screw it, I'll break down and buy one.
Right.
But I gotta find
no.
find the pot set that actually goes in here. There's like another pot set that goes in here.
Oh,
But it's
man.
my big old massive Billy can.
Cliff, you didn't believe what I just did. I didn't realize it until I looked down at my keyboard. I set my wood gas stove on my button, and it was printing out letters. Good thing I
I've
didn't.
done that before with my controller, like the trigger buttons on the bottom. They'll sit on my space bar,
Yeah.
and they'll just sit there and hit the space bar, and I'll look, and I'll have like the whole my whole typing bar just an empty square, and I'm like, what the heck happened here?
Mine's actually saying nothing but zeros right now.
Ugh.
I don't know if
Don't hit the send.
I'm definitely not going to do that. I'm just going to. It's a zero. It's a binary right now.
I just like the fact that this Billy can comes with its own little pot, little plate, little bowl.
Well, the thing is, that's one thing about my lid of my MSR one. It's flat enough to be used as a plate if I needed it.
Yeah. Well, this one comes with them. This is designed that way. It comes with the little thing. But I still got to figure out the pot set that actually goes in here. It's a actual silver, like a another pot set. It's like a mini pot that goes in here.
Yeah, but you don't have a kettle though.
I don't need a kettle. Actually, I have a Kelly kettle.
You have a Kelly? Okay, I mean, I couldn't justify a Kelly, to be honest.
I actually didn't purchase one. It actually came in with a subscription box that I had. Now, mind you, it's the smaller one. It's not the big, like 64 or like 70 something ounce one.
Well, you don't really need that much, do you?
Nah, those things. It's just a design for a quick boil, as it is anyway.
Right.
There we go. Get that twisted in there the right way. But yeah, like I said, I've been wanting one of these for years, so I finally broke down and bought one.
Okay, I gotta stand up and look. What
I think I might have actually used 550 paracord on this. That's really funny too. All the stuff I keep buying or like have bought, it all comes in this like dark, like hunter green, freaking mesh.
Well, mine's in black mesh.
Look, there's almost no color difference between these two containers.
Well, mine's like this.
Oh yeah, you've got the mesh rack.
Yeah, it
I've
works.
got one that comes in one of those too. I just don't know where it's at.
It works. That's all that matters. But like I said, I use a lot of this. I mean, I can, if I don't have a lot of twigs, then I break out my my little alcohol stove. And that,
Just found a way to
I have done
transport
so
that
much
without
with that.
transporting that. Hi, Jeff. Still here, we see.
Yep, morning light will be right back.
Yep.
Will had
I
to
still
go.
have to get this thing set up somewhere in my yard just to test it out and play with it.
Well, Will had to go. He's driving.
Yep, because he just got done donating the plasma.
Mm-hmm.
Cliff, did you ever get your packages out?
Oh, I sent one package out. Freaking UPS is sending it back because they're stupid.
Yeah, my package. They could not read the address, apparently.
They could read the address. They done watch. I'm telling you, when that comes in, I'll send you a picture of how I wrote it on there.
Yeah.
They're just stupid.
Yeah, Cecilia. Yeah, Cliff's one of the few who actually has my home address.
Yeah, I don't have a
So
P.O.
where
box.
did
I
I
was going
send
directly to the house.
My package.
Huh?
Where did I send my package?
Yours
His
went to
P.O.
my
box?
mailbox, I think. I have a P.O. box that I when I was stuck in the hotel, we didn't have a place to put anything, so I got myself a P.O. box for 6 months, so which I'm going to keep up and running.
Okay, no, I send it out on Tuesday, so.
Oh, okay. It depends. Was the first three numbers 213 or 231? I mean,
I can't remember. I just went on the email that you sent me, and I
Okay.
just copied that and
let me take a look.
put it in the mail.
Let me take a look.
Yeah, I think you might have sent her the P.O. box.
I don't know. She might have my real, my home address.
I'm not sure. All I know is I had 6 packages to put out to the post, so I
Jeez.
got 6 packages out. I sent
Okay.
out Jenny's, I sent out Grace's, I sent out Becca's, I sent out Heath's, and Peggy Ann, and the only person I'm waiting for is for Big Joe. But unfortunately, he went through a hurricane, and they're not accepting any mail down there because he won my fishing contest. So I'm just waiting for when he can get mail so I can send him down his package.
Thanks. I think everything down like the Florida side, since they got nailed with that hurricane, that flooded everywhere. Worse than normal.
Yeah. I've seen different places, like even New Jersey got hit pretty bad.
So did New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Their
whole
subways
East
are
Coast
underwater.
got slapped.
So,
West Coast is on fire. East Coast is getting flooded.
and
Canada's getting the weirdest weather they've had in decades.
snow?
dude, in like
No,
the middle
not
of
snow.
summer.
Not snow. It's we went through a dry spell, then we went through a whole bunch of rain, and now we've gotten lightning, some bad gusts of wind.
Yeah, at
Did
least
you
we
see?
don't have a
Did you see
derecho this
Sean's
year.
video from the other night? He was out there doing his smoking video, and all of a sudden a storm just rolled right over him.
I missed that one.
It was like 4 or 5 minutes long, but yeah, dude, he had just finished up doing his a smoker video on a smoker, and like right as he put everything away, dude, the storm just dropped on him.
Oh, Cecilia, did you see the blanket I picked up?
Yes, I did.
Uh,
The wool one, the army one.
it's not Army, actually. It's actually
Yeah, you showed it last week.
Yeah. For those people who haven't seen it, I mean, I think it's kind of cool. It's a civil defense one from Ohio, from back in the 60s. But this is heavy duty, heavy.
No, those are kind of hard to find up here, even at surplus army stores. I've been trying to check those out. Most of my blankets, I knit and crochet them. I'm actually trying my hand at doing a baby blanket right now.
Yeah, I think this one's probably going to end up going in my bushcraft kit, which is what I have with my old Alice pack and stuff. So that way, this thing weighs about 4 pounds, which is kind of nice, actually.
You don't want some of my blankets that I've knitted. I mean, they are so heavy.
Oh, yeah, I know who would. She's asleep right now. She loves keeping. Well, we haven't been through winter in this house yet, so we don't know what the temperature is going to be like.
I'd buy more wool blankets.
Well, Ian's got acquired my old one.
Yeah, well, you just got a new one, so.
Huh?
I said you just got a new one, although that's only wide enough for one person.
Oh, yeah. The other one is wider, but lighter than this one by a long shot because it's not 100% wool.
Yeah, I was gonna say he probably got a synthetic blend one.
Yeah.
That's what mine is. Mine's I think it's 75-25 synthetic blend.
Yeah, I mean, this one, like I said, it's not very wide, so it's probably about 3 feet wide by about 6 feet long.
That looks like a single, maybe a double at best.
Yeah.
See, mine's actually a queen. I actually have a
Mine's
queen
a single.
size.
But, I mean, for a bushcraft situation, it's not bad.
This thing still stinks like
I would
oil.
take normally, I think if I had 2 of these, it'd be better, but I have to find another one. There was another one there, but I didn't inspect it.
Oh, here we go.
And they only wanted $10 for them at a time.
Let's see. Mine's 70-30.
Is yours brand new when you got it?
Yeah, mine was brand new, but it was a Battle Box company one, so I got this through a Battle Box.
Okay.
But
I get mine from secondhand stores.
3 1/4 pound.
Yeah, mine's probably about that or more, a little bit more.
Mine's 82 by, I think that says, 82 by 80.
Well, let's see. Mine is, let me hold it up to myself here. Get it off the ground.
Yeah, I got this in 2018.
Okay, that's off the ground, and I'm holding it above my head, all the way up. So, well, it's a little over 6 feet.
Yeah.
What the heck?
All right, we got a piece of shit in here.
Yeah, somebody do something about that because I don't understand.
Remove. Piss off. And hide. Go away.
Thank you, Cliff.
I can't read that shit. I don't give a crap. Pardon my French. That kind of pissed me off right away.
That's just
Spam
rude.
random garbage. I don't want to see chicken scratch in here.
Don't get me wrong. If a person who happens to be of that descent and speaks English too, you're more than welcome to come, but please be civil.
Unfortunately, the YouTube side is behind. I haven't even gotten to that. I only see it on the StreamYard, and it won't allow me to do anything on the StreamYard side.
Right.
See, that's why I pop out my YouTube chat. So
That's what I did too.
I see that stuff right away.
Yep. Definitely, Steve. Actually, there's something I need to do for Steve. I never thought to do yet.
Steve, you're about to have some tools and some supplies.
Yep.
Steve can go fix his tractor.
Well, at least
Even though it's not broken.
He can fix things here, at least. No, that's
Okay, why is my YouTube side still not gotten it? Okay, just finally showing up on my side.
Yeah.
That could be a lag issue on yours with your internet.
Yeah, probably. New server is driving me nuts.
You see what Steve put down?
Yeah, I love smashing trolls. That's why I got a huge hammer. I got a troll hammer.
I just blocked them all together.
Oh, I blocked the messages and then then removed them.
Someone just said konnichiwa.
I'm not even going to bother wasting my time trying to translate that.
I know what konnichiwa means. It means hello.
Yeah, but it was the message in there in between that was written in English.
Yeah.
It's like dead center of that paragraph of
Japan may strike over weekend.
Yeah. Don't care. Essentially not my problem. Steve.
No. People always ask me why I have so many moderators in here. I mean, the people are my friends. I make sure if they can help take care of me, I'll take care of them, and that's the kind of thing.
Dude, there's a reason why they haven't bothered with us in decades since the 1940s is because they don't want a repeat of what happened.
They owe us money?
No. They don't want us to drop 2 big old nuclear bombs on them again.
We don't need 2 anymore. 1.
Yeah, that's why they haven't touched us.
1 would be enough.
Yeah. That message was kind of funny, but still. Are they going on strike? That's kind of how I read it, but at the same time, I still didn't care.
Well, I don't read Japanese.
All right, what did you do, Steve? Oh, no, I know which one it is. No, that one was hilarious.
What is it?
Steve, I had to watch that 3 times to figure out what got you, and I didn't see it until like the 3rd time at the bottom. You could just barely see that thing going across the bottom of the screen.
What is it?
Oh, you got to go watch Bomber Steve's last video. It was like a minute and a half.
Right.
And he just wipes. Like straight on, dude. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't comment on it, Steve, but I did watch it, man. And like I said, I watched it like 3 times. I was like, what did he fall over on? I thought you tripped on the support post. But then I saw the string line at the bottom that you caught your foot. Well, Steve, that's why you got to use the pink ones. You don't use the white ones or the clear, like grass colored ones. You have to use the pink string lines because those are visible on grass, like big time. But yeah, going back to that one was oh yeah, dude. Oh, I bet your wife was dying too, just watching you just all of a sudden, bam, eat grass. Yeah, lift your feet. Yeah, I'm just glad you didn't hurt yourself on anything. Luckily, you had soft, grassy dirt to land in. So I'll find it for you, Colin. There it is. Oh no, that's the compost bin. Stop. Let's see, here it is. Should be a.
Oh, I can play it if I wanted to. I'll play it later though.
Yeah, it's like a minute and a half long. It's the oh no, this isn't going to end well. And he just goes.
Oh man,
I definitely wasn't expecting that.
I'll look at it after bed. Now, you, me, okay, it's Johnny, Tyler, and anybody else. Maybe JV. We got to go to Australia to go do some rabbit hunting or something.
I'm gonna go freaking throw a boomerang at a damn rabbit.
It's called real boomerangs. The hunting kind do not come back.
I know. I want to use a normal one.
Hey, Lori, thank you for
how's
coming.
it going?
Hola. ¿Qué pasa? Konnichiwa. Madagaskar. That's the image. My dad used to tell me that every single time. That's the only reason I know it. He was stationed in Okinawa.
Right.
Now, most of the boomerangs that I know, they're like basically big throwing sticks is all they are.
Yeah, well, no, well, that's a rabbit stick, and that's usually you find a piece of wood that has a slight bit of a curve, and it's got weight on one end, and you just chuck that thing.
Yeah, usually about wrist thick and about maybe 2 feet long.
Yeah, that's about your average. And they usually weigh anywhere between it's like 2 to 5 pounds, depending on the person chuck it. Yeah, don't worry, dude. Everybody at work calls me that, so it doesn't even bother me none. Just don't ever call me Foxy. I will pee in your Cheerios from way over here.
I could call you Clifford.
Foxy. Oh, Foxy.
Looks like Cecilia wants a package with pee in it. And I'll leave the package out in the sun a few days over on my side. When you get that, it's going to be rancid.
But guess what? It has to cross the border. It's liquid. It's not going to come to me.
Oh yeah,
well, if they don't know what it is,
that would be cool too.
Dude, the way I packed Colin's box, I shook the thing before I had my dad take it to the post office or before I put it in my car to try to do it myself. You can't hear nothing in that thing rattling.
How much would I bet they did what you see a lot of videos do is that they go to the place where they're supposed to drop it off and they don't?
Oh, I'd be pissed.
There's
There's like $80 worth of stuff in that box.
Oh, there's more than that. You had to pay for insurance too.
Because look, I've got 4 of these in there. Look, you can hear this rattling in the metal container. I've got 4 of these packs in there. You can't even hear them.
Jeff, it is 10:42 here. Remember, I'm an hour behind you. I'm in a different time zone. And
Yeah,
Cliff's in a different time zone.
He's almost.
Cecilia's in a different time zone.
Yeah, I'm
Steven's in a different time zone.
Here.
I actually ran into a new person who came into my chat last week who was from England. So I'm almost getting to the point where if I can do this right, I would love to have enough people to cover the entire globe in time zones.
Oh, I might be able to get a dude from the UK.
Well, I have
Dang,
one.
Mallory is already at 12K subs on her French channel.
I'm not even sure where I'm at right now.
Or no, this is her normal channel. I just seen this post. What the heck? Why am I not getting these random? Oh, it's because I haven't checked my thing again.
I'm at, to be honest, where am I at? Probably down below 1,000 again. Nope, I'm at 1,002. Woohoo!
Nice.
That puts me at 3,439 public watch hours. Which is
Okay, I'm going to say my spiel. Guys, open up another tab, go to Colin's site, and do a playoff. Let's get Colin over to 4K.
I only need 561 hours. I'm sorry if I talk too fast.
I think that's me, hence the reason why I'm asking. Am I the one talking too fast, Lori? Because I can go a mile a minute if I'm really going for it.
Oh, no, Cliff, when you and I get started, oh my gosh.
Oh, dude, you've never seen me when I'm hyper.
Oh. I'm not talking archery, dude. Come on.
You never get me in a room where I've had too much either. And the sad part is caffeine doesn't even really hurt me.
Oh, I'm the guy who drinks coffee and goes to bed, remember?
Yeah, I could probably do it, but I'm not going to because. Ooh, another stealth camp.
Oh, we got a compliment, I think, or is that a derogatory comment? I'm not sure.
No, I would say that's a compliment right there.
I don't mind. No, it's just one of those things.
I can speed talk. It really drives people nuts. And the worst part is I can actually do it in spoonerisms too.
The thing is, I am not a speed talker. I'm just talking. No,
You know spoonerisms, right, Colin?
I've heard the term. I don't know what it means.
Basically, you take like the first letter or first two letters off of a word and you swap it with another word, and you do the same thing with that word.
I think I know what you mean, but I'm not. It's like saying bass backwards.
Yeah, like bass backwards. That's technically a spoonerism. I used to fluently, when I was in high school, talk like that. And I could have conversations with people talking like that, and they would just look at me like he's got a screw loose and I need a translator. And when I'm like wide awake, like 100% awake, and my energy level is over 40, I can do that, and it confuses the crap out of people.
Oh, he said you just need to get the rhyming slang and the Aussie twang, and you'll be all set.
Nice. Give me about 3 weeks in Australia, and I probably will.
Hey, actually, Iowans do not have accents. We steal from everybody else. That's my thing. I'm sticking to it. Hey,
We have a
Leah.
new person.
No, she's actually new from the either Frontier or Reef Robbers. I'm not sure which one, but she's really cool.
Ooh, we got Hong Kong in the house.
Oh yeah, new time zone.
I could probably convince somebody to do from the UK, but I would have to actually get a hold of him, and I don't personally know him. I just follow his channel.
Now, here's the thing: is that would be Greenwich Mean Time. So we need somebody from Central Europe.
What?
I could probably get somebody from Norway.
That
I can
might
get
work.
you someone from Netherlands.
That's the same thing.
I could do Norway. I know somebody from Norway. Well, she should be just about waking up now.
Midnight my time, Jeff. I've been doing pretty good lately. The other times I think it was because I was sick and I didn't realize how bad I was.
Very bad.
Yep, but you just missed Leah, you just missed a really good thing about we were discussing bow hunting and archery tips and a whole bunch of other stuff. Somehow even taser arrows got involved. Don't ask me how.
Because we're awesome channel, and heck yes.
Yeah. So a taser arrow. I mean, my green arrow fantasy come to life. Though, yeah, it's one of those things. But if you have any archery questions, please feel free to ask me any questions. Prepping questions. Miss Cecilia here. She's got the bomb. She's the bomb when it comes to this stuff. A lot better than I am. And gardening stuff, just your backyard gardening, container gardening. That's this guy right here.
Yeah, I'm actually doing extremely well this season on my container gardening.
Right here, because we're in 3 different time zones, all 3 of us. Cecilia, I believe she is at 11:48. Cecilia?
Yep.
Cliff is at 9:48.
Yeah, correct.
And I'm at 10:48. And
Evan, I'm legit building the taser arrow right now.
Uh-oh. Are you going to be building my trick arrows for me there, Evan?
Watch him send you random taser arrow. You're going to be like, what the heck?
Oh, I'll be getting like trick arrows in the mail. Then I'd have to do videos on them. Then I'd
have you seen that video of that dude curving an arrow from like 10 feet away around a barrel?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like, how do you make an arrow curve that much?
I think it's about the fletching and the flexibility. Okay, the stiffness of the arrow is everything, Cliff. Like this arrow here is a lot.
Even if your arrow was like made out of waxwood, it's not going to curve that much. You might get a little wiggle out of it, but it's going to be like throwing a javelin.
No, here's the thing: a lighter arrow coming out of a heavier bow have you heard of Archer's paradox?
Yes, but I have no idea what it actually means.
Okay. When your arrow comes out of the bow, it actually flexes.
Oh yeah, the compression of it because okay, I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, but depending on the weight of the arrow and the strength of the bow, it's not always up and down. It could also be side to side, and which causes your arrow to basically kick out and go a different angle.
Yeah, but that still wouldn't cause it to like completely do like almost a 90-degree turn around a corner.
Wow. Friday, 11:47 a.m. in Hong Kong. Steve, what time is it there?
1:48 p.m.
Okay, so
on a Friday.
Same Friday. So he's 2 hours ahead of her.
No, he's almost 12 hours ahead of her.
No, she's in Hong Kong. He's in Australia. 2 hours.
Yes. No.
They're both same Friday.
Oh yeah, that's a 2-hour difference. Never mind. I don't know what the heck I was reading.
I'm the one that's dyslexic. Remember?
Dyslexic?
Yeah, that thing. Yeah. Hey, at least I know I'm wrong. Okay.
Dude, I'm like, no. I'm like, that's a 12-hour difference. And I'm like, oh, wait, no, that's only a 2. You just sent me the third time. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's only 2 hours. I'm dumb today.
Yeah, they both say Friday. Just one's in the AM, one's the PM.
Well, give me 9 minutes and it'll be Friday.
I still got another hour and 9 minutes.
I still got 2 hours and 9 minutes.
I used to be on Sicily when I first started. For a while there, I was doing 4 to 6 hours of streaming every Thursday, and it just got too much. Now, even going to 12 is so it's usually about as max as I can do. But I usually end up cutting it off earlier when I'm tired, and I actually admit I'm tired, and you guys sometimes shut me down.
I force you to get off, yeah.
He's shut me down many times.
So far on the live stream, I think he did 5.5, almost 6 hours.
My best is actually about 9.
We did a 9-hour live stream?
I think so.
No, I thought it was only like 6.
No, I beat you. Remember, you did a 6, and I did more.
No, I did like a 5-hour one, and then you did like a 6 or 7-hour one.
Yeah, it was fun though. I'm thinking it was like it just I didn't realize what time it was.
Well, I haven't done a live stream, but I've been on the live stream for 36 hours.
Oh.
Steve. So Leah's in Hong Kong, which is the same time zone as Western Australia, on the other side of the Australia from me.
Yep.
Man, it's a good thing I can speak Australian because, that made no sense at all at the last, 5 words.
I understood the whole thing. I read it, and I understood it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a good thing I speak Australian, which is technically actually British.
Ooh, did you see that?
Got a fly?
No, about the bloke that died in Macca's drive-through in Vancouver.
No.
Here, I'll put.
That's in Canada.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's hard for me. Oh, there we go. Why did that pop up all of a sudden on yours? Oh, I must have missed that comment.
Yeah, I happened to see it. Because we missed it because Evan right below it said, "I'm legit building a taser arrow right now." Then we kind of blew that off.
Wow, so technically he killed himself. So it was murder or is it suicide?
Yes.
Exactly. That's one of those odd ones.
No, actually, Steve, we were discussing earlier.
Steve, you know full well that the freaking whole entire island, freaking Australia, was where they stuck all the British exiles.
All the convicts. According to history, they send all the convicts to Australia.
Yeah, well, all the ne'er-do-wells. Yeah, that's where they stuck all the unreputables. They jammed them on that island as a prison island.
Yet then they tried to tax them.
Yeah, on an island that they didn't even control. They literally just threw people on a random island in the ocean that they found. And they're like, here, you can stay over here and suffer.
And the thing is, they didn't realize how big it was.
No, that island, Australia is huge.
It's one of the fourth or fifth largest landmass.
Yeah, it actually beats out South America. It's as big as the U.S. and like half of Canada.
Right.
Like that landmass is huge. It doesn't look like it's huge on the map.
It is.
But if you actually looked at the kilometers from one end to the next and top and bottom, that thing, it's massive.
Right.
Yeah, just like America, except for we strolled over here and was just like, we're going to take everything you guys own and then we're just going to make it ours.
And even after that, if we want it, we'll still take it anyway. If someone else already owns it.
Right.
No, Steve, what we were talking about earlier today, we were also talking about the hex blunts I'm going to use for my rabbit hunting.
What's weird about that hex blunt is actually concave.
Oh, yeah.
So you get that like air pocket slap right to the head.
Right. It's actually, I've actually hit some hard targets with this thing, and I've flattened out one of these before. Oof. I mean, I was using my 100-pound bow, and it was not a pretty sight because one of the things.
I'm pretty sure you messed up the shaft on that too.
Oh yeah, it was one of these cheapy, Amazon shafts, but this one here was. I mean, the barrel wasn't tapered, the knock wasn't tapered. It was just stuck on there with glue. I had to go back and refix all those, but. With these, I mean, I picked these up by the dozen. These are well worth the money.
Yeah, that's got a real deep concave to it. It's not like a shallow one. That's like bow drill divot right there.
Yep. And that's one of the things, like I said, I decided to use these cheapy arrows for my hunting ones just because. I have to get used for something.
He just straight busts out a link to actually show comparisons of the countries.
Hey, he could be showing us alligators. He could be showing us kangaroos. What do you think he usually does? Steve's barely getting out of bed to go do work. It's actually he should have just finished lunch. Yeah, I remember him walking downtown when he wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, I find it funny though that some other bloke got freaking tagged by the cops by the fuzz.
Yeah,
he just was like, "Nope, I'm out. I'm done. Bye, guys."
No, I'm still waiting to see video on the rabbits he has on his property he was talking about. I want to see how big they are.
Australian rabbits, probably about as big as a small dog.
Like a jackrabbit, maybe?
No, I'm talking like not Chihuahua. I would say Pomeranian, but a Pomeranian is nothing but a Chihuahua with a freaking afro.
And an attitude.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost Cecilia. Cecilia, are you okay?
She lost connection.
He laughed at that part.
No, I'd say those rabbits are probably, like Jack Russell size.
Oh, maybe. He says they're huge. Big teeth, too. No, I'm not going to get my finger near their mouth unless it's dead and I'm cutting its head off.
You might get that nerve twitch and those chompers come down.
That's why you hit them in the head when you shoot them.
Yeah, but you can still have the. Hey, welcome back, AMB.
Mandy, thank you for coming back. We missed you.
Cecilia, you can stay on panel even if Steve comes up there.
No.
You can have up to 10 people on his panel.
Cecilia, you're always welcome up here. No, we were just talking about the rabbits, because I was invited to go rabbit hunting down there.
I will have to do that another night, Lori. But I definitely will do that for you guys one of these nights. I will take you guys outside again with all the lights working.
That was actually pretty cool that one time when you were just randomly chatting on my channel, and we get a tour of the garden.
Yeah, I don't know why it is like my yard's really not that spectacular, but everybody that sees it is like, it's so amazing.
Dude,
I don't know why.
you held 2 weddings. They weren't even related to you in that garden.
One of them was my sister.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought at least one that wasn't related to you then.
Not by blood, but we've known them. Like the second person that had the wedding here has seen me butt naked.
That's too much information.
Not really. It's not like I'm describing it. I'm just saying.
Well,
Like,
no.
she used to babysit me when I was a
Naked is
kid.
too much information.
Yeah, she used to be my baby. Like, would babysit when I was like an infant, like young.
Oh my God.
So she's a friend of the family. I've known her for 30 odd some years.
Cliff.
Raven Cat, the pea in your cereal.
You ready for this?
I see it on the screen.
No,
Oh.
this.
He's actually, look at it. This fool is actually sitting there making one.
He's designing a taser arrow.
Man, this guy, legit, Evan. That's legit.
Oh my gosh. Now, you got to let me know what you're using as a power source.
Well, I already see one problem. The prongs that he's got at the top are one solid piece. If you don't separate those, you're going to short out your battery source.
I think it is separated.
No, it looks like it's one piece, like it's a piece of aluminum.
No, I think
Or
he's not
tin.
using a paper clip.
It could be. But if that's not separated, Evan, you're going to short out your battery and you're not going to get a charge out of that.
Well, the thing is now it would have to be impact charged because you don't want to accidentally touching yourself and zapping yourself. But
No, that's the thing, though. Like I said, with the prongs, it is separate? Okay, it looks like it's one piece.
I'm
way
thinking it's separate. I can make it bigger. Let me see if it might help if I did that.
Give it a Viagra.
Anyway. It won't let me go any bigger. Dang it.
Yeah.
That sucks. No, I mean, just what do you say about the power source?
I don't think he's going to use one.
Well, you'd have to have a power source.
Well, you could use a capacitor and max that out, and then once you hit contact, it'll bleed out the charge.
Well, it shouldn't. You don't want anything that'll stay charged immediately.
Well, no, that's why you use a capacitor. You charge the capacitor. You attach the capacitor to the prongs, and then when it hits the bloodstream or when it hits something wet, it discharges in
1.21
between.
gigawatts, right?
Huh?
What 1.21 gigawatts?
Yes. You might send them back to the past. I never understood why it was called Back to the Future when they went to the past.
So you would have to charge it in advance.
Yeah.
No, Mandy, he's not building a cattle prod. He's building basically a stun arrow. Green arrow stuff.
Evan, it may look janky, but you know what? You're on the right track with
the size is good.
He's got it almost set the way he needs to. He just got to get that capacitor on there.
And I just, oh man.
That's funny that he actually decided to just start randomly making this.
Hey, we came up with the idea. He implemented the idea. Yes, it is a cattle prod that you could shoot out of a bow.
It's a micro cattle prod.
Yep. Or a taser, if you will.
Stun arrow.
It's not. I call it a stun arrow because that's what it would be.
Yeah, because technically, Green Arrow had those. He would hit you with one, and you would get the zzz, and then you just fall over.
Yep. And next thing you know, you're tied up in front of the police department,
hanging upside down.
No, that would be more of a Batman thing, or a Spider-Man.
Spider-Man did the same thing.
But Spider-Man put his guys in webs or webbed them to the pole. But
yeah, and it was always a light post. It was never a telephone post. It was always a light post.
Right, because they could see him better. Remember, he had to take pictures. Spider-Man did.
Yep.
So, no, Green Arrow, I think he just dropped his off at the front of the police department.
Yeah, they were usually tied up, stunned, or like physically incapable of moving.
Right. So now, Then so if the stun arrow works, then we got to work on the next one. I've already figured out the boxing glove one to a point. Not the expanding head type part. That part is beyond me. But I have shot one before.
We got to figure out how to make a bolo arrow.
They do have. Somewhere I got a download of all the different arrows used by Green Arrow.
Oh, I've watched most of the series. I can almost name all of them.
Now, the series doesn't go through all of them.
He uses a ton of them.
Yeah. And the thing is, they don't explain, still need to figure out the thing to charge the capacitor.
Easiest way to do that is a 9-volt battery and 2 alligator clips. He's
got that pretty much down anyway. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe watch batteries or something smaller.
No, because he's already got the connection, the head, for the 9-volt battery. What you do is you solder your alligator clips to the positive and negative, and then you charge your capacitor that way. That'll give it roughly a 9-volt charge, depending on the capacitor's voltage limit. And then you can solder your capacitor to your connection on your prod, and then just keep doing it that way. You just use the alligator clips to keep charging the capacitor.
Now, here's the question. If it's in a quiver, how do you keep it from discharging?
Special sleeve. It shouldn't discharge on its own unless it comes into contact with either a solid metal or liquid.
Yeah.
And most of the arrows that we use modern day are carbon fiber or fiberglass.
With exception of one person. Me.
Yeah. Well, you got the wood arrows, but either you're still going to have the same problem or the same issue. And most of those heads, if I'm not mistaken, majority of those tips are mostly it's not steel, it's non-ferrous.
There's I've seen titanium tips. I've seen I've got wrought iron bodkins.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. If you store it with a bodkin, that's going to short it out because that's steel.
Oh yeah, I got my fire arrow, which is the fire cage type setup.
Yeah.
But I look forward to seeing more what you come up with, Evan. That'd be awesome.
He's got. Let's see. He had the boxing glove arrow. He has the glue arrow.
Do you know what Green Arrow's first trick arrow ever was? Now that would be see how good
smoke arrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Wrong. I'm not sure if anybody in the chat will get this one because
other than maybe like you and me, dude, I have a basic knowledge. I'm not like a mad freaking Green Arrow fanatic.
That's me.
But other than that, I'm not sure if any of these guys would even know half of the stuff that Green Arrow has done.
All right, it's
no
also
offense to you guys down there.
It was in the same issue that he actually acquired his name.
Yeah, was it? So it's a Green Arrow, but still, that's not really a trick arrow.
No, that's not how he got his name. Because I don't remember how he said he got it. Okay, it was just after he got off the island, and he was just starting to do the superhero thing, and he didn't have a regular costume of his own yet. So
you mean vigilante, technically?
Yeah, he was doing the vigilante thing, and he had not made his own personal costume, so he'd rent a Robin Hood costume from a costume shop, and he was going to a gala for some rich people, which he was invited to.
Good night, Jeff. I believe our host got hit with a glue arrow. Thanks for coming, Jeff. We'll see you next week, hopefully. You have a great night and sleep well. Our host took a... Colin froze. I think he forgot to plug in his laptop. I guess I'll text him. I'll message him, tell him he froze. And there he goes. Howdy, everybody. Welcome to my chat. Back there, you can see my coffee, my foxtail.
Okay.
Welcome back. The host has arrived. I will stop showing you dirty pictures.
No, where was that was the Green Arrow. He had echo. I'm not sure what's going on there. Am I echoing on your side?
No, you probably have the echo on your end, just probably because of the YouTube side.
It shouldn't be because I got that muted.
Oh, then. No, I'm not getting any echo on my end.
Well, let me try something here.
Check to see if you have a secondary StreamYard window open.
I shouldn't. I should have only 2 windows open, and one of them is StreamYard. The other one is Google. Let me try that again.
Yeah, because I don't have any echo. I don't know where you're getting it from.
Okay.
You know what I haven't seen tonight? I haven't seen Dawn. Dawn hasn't popped in yet.
Either one. Michigan Mom or the other one.
Yeah,
No.
I can't remember her
Okay,
name.
back where I was, what I was discussing. What happened was he was going to this gala. He was going to dress up as Green Arrow, but he couldn't get the costume because someone already had gotten it because it was a costume party. So he goes up to this costume place where he was at and pays this girl a ton of money to make him a new outfit. And while he's at this gala, gangsters came and tried to rob the gala where the costume party's going on. And that day before he did all that, he was out playing a version of golf called Archery golf. And he had stuck a golf ball with a broadhead arrow. And when he was trying to protect the people at this gala while dressed as Robin Hood, he grabbed the wrong arrow when he was drawing from his quiver, and he drew the golf ball arrow.
He smacked the bad guy with a golf ball arrow?
Yeah. Guess where?
Forehead?
Wrong. Too high.
Ooh, right in the stinking berries. Ooh, got him right in the old coconut tree.
He wasn't ready for the weight difference, and it dropped down, and the guy was dumb. He didn't know who Robin Hood was, so he called him the Green Arrow guy when he was talking to the cops. And that's what the newspapers picked up. That's how he got his name. Hey, Freezer Brown, how you doing, brother? Oh, come on. I'm the one who dresses up as Green Arrow and everything else. But I may have a taser arrow coming soon if everything works out right. If Evan doesn't do this. Huh?
Freezer Bound.
Actually, Freezer Brown has invited me to do he's got an archery challenge for deer hunting. Team sport. But the thing is, I don't have a team together right now. I've got the gear.
You've got one team member, 2 team members that are sort of close, but the other one is really far away.
Well, I mean, JV, but I think JV's going to be doing his own thing.
That's what I'm saying. JV's closer to you. You've got Tyler.
But Tyler's also doing his own thing. He's got people he's hunting with himself. And I don't know the area yet because, I mean, literally, I've been here less than 4 months or 5 months tops. And I've still, you need more time to scout the area for a good hunting.
Oh, no. Colin, pop that up. Freezer Bound, we actually have one that's actually currently being made, or will be finished, but hopefully by tomorrow.
Oh, you're going to dress up as a sloth? Oh, that's so cool.
Wait, what? Where? Who say what now?
Oh, Amanda.
Oh, there it is. I could not find that for some reason. I'm like, For some reason, the sloth icon on the YouTube side, I swear I looked at it and I thought it was an upside down pig stuck to a post. Do you know how they carry boards? You get the long
Yeah.
log, and you just hog tie them to the post, and you just got two guys walking around with a giant pig. That's what I thought that was at first.
Yeah. No, Evan, since it's the tip of the arrow, we could probably ship that, not the whole arrow itself.
You can ship the whole arrow. What are they going to do? How do you think they managed to get them from wherever they got to, or the people who order them?
Yeah, because it's non-lethal. That's the big thing. It's non-lethal.
Yeah, when it's in a box, it's non-lethal, but when you fire it, it's lethal. That's still technically non-lethal.
I'll let you know how it works, Freezer. We'll test it somehow.
Yeah, Evan will test it somehow.
Yeah,
I'm
Evan
the
will
neighbor's
probably test
cat.
it first. But Evan, don't kill yourself, please.
Tase himself in the foot with a capacitor. Don't make sure your capacitor ain't more than like a couple of
And
amps.
make sure you're not grounding out when you're putting it together. That would be bad.
No, make sure you are grounded out. Because you don't want to shock yourself too bad.
Yeah. Well, watch him wake up, see him knock himself out.
If you're going to test it, lay on the floor or on a couch or something. Oh, there we go.
Oh, he said the thing to charge it will probably look like a bomb. Well, I'm sure if you take some time, you'll figure out a way to use probably a USB charger somehow.
I'm telling you, you just need a 9-volt battery, 2 alligator clips. You solder the alligator clips to the 9-volt battery connection terminal, and you just charge it that way. You just one on each side and just charge it.
Well, I think if you do it USB style, I could use my battery packs to charge it up, and then there you go.
All right, well, we probably might not be back on when you come back, Freezer.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know how long you're planning on staying up, because I, for one, know I'm not going to stay up for too much longer.
Oh, yeah, you're looking pretty rough there, dude.
Dude, I'm like, I did not sleep well at all last night. I kept waking up every like 2 hours. I don't know why. I have a fan and an air conditioner blowing on me, and I still woke up like all bleh. I woke up this morning and I was like, I need 2 more hours of sleep.
Evan says he'll probably end up on a list after this stream. No, it's not. It's a non-lethal thing. So
he'll be all like, the FBI will be knocking on his door at like 5 a.m.
we're testing green arrows. See if they're fact or fiction. Can it be done?
Oh man, dude, I would love to see Adam Savage do this.
Adam Savage doesn't do this much anymore. It's more of the guys. Actually, some Black Rifle Coffee Company guys have done the exploding tip arrows.
Oh, dude, Adam Savage still does a bunch of stuff. We just don't know about it because he doesn't post about a lot of it. He went to a Comic-Con dressed as the first version of Iron Man, and nobody even knew it was him. No, I usually dream about eating random things or walking around in my beast form. Which, trust me, nobody on this panel ever wants to see.
I'd rather not see you naked more.
No, you don't want to see me in my animal form. I will eat you.
Sorry, not my type.
No, I will like physically.
I understand. I'm trying to make it light, okay?
Yeah, I have a very, very dark side to me, and
we all do. We all do. No, Freezer Bound. If this works, I mean, we could figure out a way to get together and do something like that. That'd be so cool. Because there's so many green arrows that I would love to try. I mean, it's okay. It's like they always with that TV show saying if life imitating art or something like that or whatever it is. Testing movie theory. It was like Mythbusters, but not quite. But they did it for movies mainly. Lion will take out the wolf. But
unfortunately, that is actually incorrect. Dude, start off. Yeah, you piss off. Lions are actually weaker than you think. They're big, but they are not the ones that do the hunting. That's the reason why they have a pride of females. The females are the ones that do the hunting. Males are lazy. So you
What
get
about white tigers?
tigers as well. That's a giant freaking cat. Those things hunt their own food.
Exactly. And they store them in 50-foot trees.
Yeah. Same with cheetahs.
Yep. Now, okay, Cliff, since we're discussing comic book weaponry in real life, what one would you want? You already know my, what I would do.
God, comic book weaponry. Oh man, that is a tough one.
I will make a simple comment. I do love what they did with Hawkeye's quiver and bow in the Marvel movies, but that's all I'm going to say about that.
Oh, that whole rotating chamber thing where you would pull one out and it would turn to the next one.
Well, you could choose the tip you wanted by pushing buttons on the hilt of the bow.
Yeah, that one was kind of weird.
Someone actually did that one. They made that for real.
I mean, there's potential to it, but the problem is having to store all of those tips.
It'd probably be easier than you think, but the thing is, you don't even be able to hold so many. But being able
that's what I'm saying. If you've got a rotating panel, basically, you figure your quiver's about this, 6 inches wide. You'd have however many you could store on the outer ring, or maybe even on the inner ring of that. So you're looking at maybe 15 to 20 different arrow tips.
No, wrong, because you're thinking just one layer. Remember, as they disappear, that means the whole thing could drop down or swap around the ones above it.
You'd have to have a slot or some way to put your arrow all the way down to the bottom and just go that way, level by level.
That's why they had the tips there. They popped up and then screwed in, then dropped
down.
That kind of thing.
You'd still only have a limited capacity of how much you can put in there because you still have to have the mechanism to put all that on there. But it's possible that it could be feasible.
But remember what he did? Remember when he ran out of arrows? He had the tips. He just didn't have the arrows. He pulled that one out of that one thing, put it in his quiver. It swapped the tips out for that grappling arrow for he could swing down and get out of the area.
Yeah, the one last thing he had before he almost got blasted. Yeah.
He ran out of arrows. But the thing is, that's the only drawback for that kind of situation. But which is thing, most people say, why don't you like Hawkeye more? He's from Iowa. So doesn't mean I like him any more than I do Green Arrow. I've known Green Arrow longer.
I really do. I'm still thinking on that. That's a really tough question. Because a lot of Marvel, even Marvel and DC, everybody had superpowers.
Batman didn't. Yeah,
but there's one thing that his utility belt can't do,
which is
bring his parents back.
Yep. There's actually a couple that was cosplaying as his parents, dying in front of it, of every Batman cosplayer.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'd be laughing, but at the same time, dude, that's kind of cruel.
It was.
But hilarious.
But it was, the idea was slick, but that's about it.
Yeah, you got to be a twisted person to cosplay as his dying parents.
It was a man and wife. They were both doing that. That's. But there's other ones. Iron Man himself. He's not superpowered.
He's got the tech, but I don't necessarily think I would want all of that because that's a lot of attention.
Exactly.
Way too much attention.
Let's see who else could we consider that
I could potentially go with Thor's hammer with Stormbreaker, but
what about Bucky?
Cybernetic arm?
Technically not superpowered. Still
not superpowered, but he is technically considered a super soldier.
Yeah, but that's because he was experimented on.
Yeah.
And Steve Rogers was the experiment.
I don't know. I would probably go with Black Panther's suit from the movie.
Like I said, but he's actually genetically modified himself.
that suit, he's actually just a normal human. He's just a tribesman, but he's got the suit
The way
gives him
they
a
were,
slight increase of abilities.
his race, his country, the royals were genetically raised to be a certain way.
Huh. I would probably still go with Black Panther's suit, but I wouldn't do a panther. I would probably do a wolf with that same version of suit.
Lori says,
I know I'm gonna start peeing in everybody's Cheerios here.
I don't like Cheerios very much.
Well, then you ain't got to worry about me peeing in your Cheerios.
No. I like Frosted Flakes. But cornflakes are good too.
I can't stand cornflakes unless I have sugar, in which case it might as well just be Frosted Flakes.
Well, the thing is, if you can't get Frosted Flakes, and you go with what you can get.
I can't stand, dude. If I eat cornflakes, I physically have to eat them dry because if I eat them with milk, it's just like, why? I'm just like eating breadcrumbs.
But the thing is, you can actually make a lot more with regular cornflakes if you don't have a lot of breading and stuff like that. So it's
you can use it as a substitution.
Yeah, it makes a really good breading for fish.
Yep.
I know you
I
don't.
see a lot of people do that. They'll just buy a bag of it and just use it.
Yep, just crunch them down and throw them in. But let's see. I'm trying to think of the non-powered superheroes that
Mr. Freeze, technically.
Mr. Freeze, but he's got a genetic anomaly. He has to stay cold.
Yeah, but that's a genetic anomaly. He's not superpowered. The only superpower that he has is his freaking cold gun.
Yeah, that's Captain Cold too. But
yeah, Captain Cold had the same thing.
Not a hero.
But he was normal. He didn't have a genetic condition. He just liked using cold weapons because you can't stop it.
Right. Same thing for Heatwave. If you watch Legends of Tomorrow, they made it the best versions of themselves on that show.
Yeah.
I can't get CW, unfortunately, which really sucks, because of the stupid cable thing that's going on right down here. We can't get a lot of channels because they want more money.
Yeah, there's nothing really in the G.I. Joe comics, like weapon-wise, that I would actually want. Because a lot of it was standard, like, legit military issue at the time of when they made that cartoon. All the stuff they used in there was modern military weaponry.
Yeah. Though they did have some really cool real-world actors and stuff that actually showed up in G.I. Joe. Now,
if we're going weapons-wise, honestly, I think I'd take Panthros tank.
The tank they used in G.I. Joe 2 that was in Joe's garage, he said, don't scratch it.
I don't even remember. I vaguely remember that. No, I'm like, the Thundercats, right?
Oh, yeah. But I'm not a Thundercats fan.
Yeah, I'm talking about, I would take Panthros tank, dude. That thing, the cat tank, that thing was actually kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Although, if we're doing weaponry like that, legit, I would go straight Gundam because I would just go Gundam for a full size, for a full on mech.
That's a little bit too much. Kind of hard. Though, going back on that note, Batman and Green Arrow did have their own Gundams.
Yeah, well, yeah, technically, yeah, because Batman had his Superman suit that he fought Superman with.
No. When I say Gundam, I'm talking full-size, 100 feet plus robot.
I don't remember Batman having a full mech suit, though.
Look it up. Because at the same time that Batman was building his, Green Arrow built his. They looked like a giant versions of themselves. It's actually pretty cool.
Was this in the comics or like a TV series?
It was probably in one of their movies. But it could have been in the comics too. I'm not sure. I can't remember where I saw it. But the thing is, they were fighting either Joker or somebody else who had made a giant robot, basically. And the only way they could fight him is go toe-to-toe. And the only way you go toe-to-toe is by a giant robot.
Yeah, I literally typed in Batman mech suit, and it gave me all the Batman mech suits from the last Batman with freaking the one guy I didn't even want to watch his
Harry
with Batman, Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
I think he actually did a decent job comparably to some of the Batmans we've had. So I've seen the trailer for the new one with Robert Patterson. And it's not Batman, it's the Batman that he's playing. Yeah. I'll reserve judgment on that one. Okay.
Is this the one you're talking about? This is the only like decent mech suit one I'm finding.
Okay, give me a second here. I'll do a quick look.
Yeah, you can't watch TV for free on your computer unless you have like a streaming device, and even sometimes then it's still a pain in the butt.
Okay, it's Batman Unlimited Mech versus Mutants.
Yeah, that's the one I just said.
Yeah.
Batman Mech versus Mutants. That's the one I showed you. That was the toy. Okay, so I don't ever remember. Maybe vaguely that might be in the back of my mind somewhere, but I honestly don't remember that. And you said Green Arrow did the same thing?
Yep.
What?
Give me a second here. Oh.
Green. I gotta learn to type. I don't need Destros. Oh, yep, there it is. Side-by-side comparison. Mighty Minis.
Be well, Evan. Thank you for coming.
Night, Evan. Sleep well. Don't tase yourself.
Or anybody else for that matter. Here's what Green Arrow's ones look like.
Okay, I see the one Batman. Batman Unlimited. Yeah, it's a blue one, though.
Look at this one.
Yep, I just seen that.
That's the Green Arrow version. And I'm not sure where the Batman one is.
The Batman one is a blue one. Actually, watch here. Hold on top of the screen. Where'd it go?
I think it's kind of cool that Green Arrow was in that one too.
There you go, Colin.
Give me a second. Let me close this one out. You want to share that one? Oh, that's cool. But they're mech suits.
I don't remember those ones, to be honest.
But that's the name of the movie. It's called Mechs versus Monsters.
Might not have been one I watched.
It's actually not bad. I caught it somewhere. I can't remember where. But Green Arrow helped Batman build it. Then he built his own.
I was going to say Batman can build his own stuff because the dude's a freaking genius.
But he doesn't necessarily have the same resources.
Well, they're both billionaires.
Yeah, but just because Batman has Wayne Tech doesn't mean that Queen Tech might have something he needs.
That's true. They probably had to have traded some technology between the two of them in order to make those.
Exactly.
Because I'm pretty sure Batman already, because Batman, he figured out who Superman was all stupid quick, so I'm pretty sure he, like everybody else, does his work and knows every superhero in there, regardless of who they are.
Exactly.
That's why, honestly, everyone's like, Batman is so underrated, but he is like the worst matchup for every superhero.
Why?
Dude, for one, he can take out Superman.
You know why he could take out Superman?
Yeah, because he's got the freaking kryptonite gun.
Why does he have the kryptonite gun?
Because he freaking destroyed that stupid, destroyed Metallo, which actually ran on kryptonite.
Why would Batman build a kryptonite gun?
Because it's Batman and he's paranoid AF and thinks that because Superman's technically an alien and not of this earth, that he will go psychotic and destroy the earth.
So it's a contingency plan.
Exactly. He can stop everybody. If he felt like it, he can literally kill them all.
You can change his whole name to contingency and it would still fit.
Yeah, he's got a backup for every one of his backups.
Guess who his contingency is for him if he goes bad? Wrong. The Justice League is his backup.
But the thing is, he can take out the Justice League and it won't even...
but not all of them at once.
No, but he could take them out one by one.
Yeah, one
The
by
first
one.
one he's going to start with, he's going to take out the strongest one, which is going to be Superman.
Not necessarily.
The only other ones I was worried about would be Jean, the Martian Manhunter,
And don't forget Supergirl.
Supergirl, the Flash, and
Green Lantern.
maybe Wonder Woman.
Green Lantern. Depending on which
Green
one.
Lantern, I think he has if he can contain the lantern itself so he can't actually recharge his ring, Lantern is toast.
Plastic Man.
Yeah, he's got freaking cryo-freeze pills. Because remember, he's had to go up against a lot of these guys.
Thing is, they've done the research, and that basically they're saying Plastic Man is immortal.
To a point, yes, but if you stick him in an incinerator, he's done.
No.
It'll melt him. He's plastic.
No, he's not. He's a plastic-like material, but not plastic.
He would still melt in an incinerator. You could
They
freeze
said,
him.
In one of the books, I can't remember which one. It was like way in the future, and somebody found bits and pieces of Plastic Man at the bottom of the ocean. They found enough pieces to put him back together, and he came back to his former self.
Oh, that is weird.
Yep. If he can survive that kind of distance in the future, being in small little parts, yeah. But I'm not a Plastic Man kind of thing, or Eel O'Brien, which is his real name. And do you know how he became a superhero?
Mm-mm.
A flip of a coin. He got his powers by falling into a vat of chemicals, but he didn't know whether to be a hero or villain.
Oh, you talking about Two-Face?
No. Plastic Man.
Oh, Plastic Man. Huh.
He was a 2-bit hood initially. And once he fell in and he had to decide, he didn't know if he was going to be, because he thought superpowers are for super people, for heroes. But he could also be a villain and they could do the easy way out. So he flipped a coin and it landed where he would be a hero.
I don't know if being a supervillain would be the easy way out, considering the amount of stuff you have to deal with. Everywhere you go, you got to look over your shoulder to make sure there's not a superhero trying to stop you.
Well, like I said, Plastic Man is hard to kill. He can be stopped, but he cannot be. He could be slowed down, but not stopped.
I think Batman would find a way to do it.
Oh, I'm sure he'd probably find a way to become close. I mean,
I think there's honestly, I think if you blended both Marvel and DC, regardless, if there was no boundaries between the two universes, it would be a toss up on who would be able to the smartest people. You've got Tony Stark, you've got Batman, you've got Green Arrow, although Green Arrow's not an absolute super genius. So aka Oliver Queen, and then you'd have
Lex Luthor.
Luthor, yeah, he was a nut job though.
Mr. Terrific.
But he was brilliant. He's the one that actually made the metallic robot to try to kill Superman.
Mr. Terrific is like the third smartest person in the DC universe.
Who's Stretch, the stretchy guy?
Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah, Reed Richards. Yeah, he's one. I would, if you got like 3 of those guys together to try to stop one person completely, I bet you between the 3 of them they'd figure it out.
Also, it depends on which. If you're talking about, I'm not sure if you know about Bang Babies or anything like that.
Oh yeah, the Bang Babies. Yeah, I remember that was like in late '90s.
Yeah, from Static.
Yep, Static was technically a Bang Baby.
Yeah.
Which, if you actually think about it, when he grows up, he actually becomes Black Lightning.
Yep, he becomes one of the best superheroes in the future.
Like he's like the most OP for like a standard human, just that got literally like the Flash, dude. He just got like bathed in some radiation.
No, they actually discussed that in the series. The fact is that at one time they came up with a cure to the Bang Baby, powers. But at the tail end of that series, he got a double dose by himself. of the gas that created him when no one else did. So between him and Gear ended up being double dosed with the stuff that created him, which made him twice as strong as what he was originally. And by the way, Gear was just amazing with his backpack and all this other stuff.
Dude, he was like a full-on mega techie.
Oh
Like,
man,
I bet you him and Tony Stark would have gotten along perfectly.
oh man, he would probably redesign the suit before, just by looking at it. He goes, oh, here's your 16 million different improvements you can do.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Him and Stark would have a field day together. Oh, can you imagine him, Stark, and Banner all in one room?
I don't know about Banner. Banner's a little bit paranoid because of what he can do.
Yeah,
So,
but Banner's he is a super genius, though.
Oh, he may be then, but remember, he's got to watch out not getting too excited, or one way or the other.
He's got it controlled now, so either way, he's good. I just can't believe the way they ended it. They made him basically both freaking super
Well, technically, he is that. It just that he just had to I think it's more of a personality block.
Yeah, I still think it's weird though. You got Bruce with the freaking Hulk's body, but the personality is it's so odd.
Yep.
But it is what it is. Eventually, it would have happened regardless.
Yeah. But I'm not going down the Hulk route, with the exception if you want to talk about She-Hulk and the new movie is supposed to be coming out with her.
The Red Hulk, Blue Hulk.
Blue Hulk is Rick Jones.
Red Hulk was a beast.
You know who Red Hulk is?
Oh, Red Hulk was I think he was supposed to be a clone of the original, but something went wrong and he freaking just went psycho.
Nope. Okay, you know the general that kept on hunting him?
Yeah.
That was him.
Oh, he turned himself into Red Hulk?
Yes, he did.
Well, I remember the movie, but that was more like angry, pissed off, random military guy.
But if you actually watch Hulk and the Agents of Smash, they explain it.
I think I have a long time ago when it was on Netflix eons ago.
Netflix. It's also on Prime, I think, too.
I don't have Prime.
There's a lot of actually really cool superhero TV shows, which is actually cool. Did you know they made a cartoon out of Fast and the Furious?
Yes.
Which is actually not bad, technically. I think it's called Spy Chasers.
Yeah, something like that. It's on. They got 3 different versions of it on Netflix, though.
And also, they made one of Stretch Armstrong too.
Never watched the Stretch Armstrong one, but that one was weird.
It's all weird.
Oh, I'm on Crunchyroll. Never mind. I'm not going to find it on there. I thought it was still on Netflix.
I will say this: my eyes are starting to burn, which means I'm getting tired.
Yep.
I'm going to have to start rolling it up, and I got to pick up my gear, get it ready.
There's only a handful of us anyway.
Yeah, there's only 4 of us, so I can see on the.
That's what I saw. So.
I don't see.
You're talking about Chung Li or whatever his name was, something of the Legend of the Ten Rings.
I didn't see that one yet, but I want to.
It looked good. Technically, he's a bad guy, or at least his family is.
Right. I've seen the previews to that one.
Previews looked sick, dude. His fighting style. He'd be on par with the tech from Wakanda.
We will talk about it later, when I'm not so tired.
Yeah, definitely. When neither of us are tired. I've been milking a headache all day.
Okay, tomorrow I'm replacing my phone because the reason is for Ian's sake. Because Ian needs a new phone, and I'm just going to pay off my phone and just give him mine because he damaged his charge port.
Ooh.
And the fact is, the phone that he had was a Caterpillar phone. And Jenny was trying to do something nice. She wanted something durable. But the thing is, you can't do much with durable.
You can. Look at the old Nokia brick phone, man. That thing had Snake on it, and that sucker still runs.
Okay. Well, the thing is, her heart was in the right place.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to get an early upgrade of my phone, so you'll get a free one, and give Ian this one, so that way he has a phone and I have a phone.
Gotcha.
Because his phone was not allowed to go to T-Mobile. It was on Sprint Network.
Okay.
Then Sprint Network got acquired by T-Mobile, and Ian's phone could not be upgraded to T-Mobile.
Software support issue.
Yep. So I give him this phone, which is practically new underneath all the case, because I never took it out of the case. So he can actually do all the stuff he wants to do. I get my upgraded phone. He gets his upgraded phone. And he's already agreed to it. So it's only going to cost me $157.
Oh, that ain't bad.
No. But that is it for tonight, folks. Your host, Colin, is tired. My co-host.
Very tired as well.
Yeah, he's worse than me.
Yo, I'm like, bro. I feel like I'm
we
broken.
talked about a little bit of everything today, and that was cool. We got a lot of archery stuff talked about, and some fantasy archery stuff definitely talked about and figured out by Evan, our 16-year-old tech genius, apparently. We're going to let this go for now. Same bat time, same bat channel next week. Not sure what topic we're going to go by unless, Cliff and I get together and we discuss something off the wall.
Yeah, unless we figure out something like Wednesday.
Well, we'll call.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let me know. We'll talk on Wednesday, and then we can figure out what we'll do on Thursdays. It'll most likely still be more archery talk.
Yeah, I still have to do the video on that tent I got, the Cabela's one.
Yeah.
I haven't set it up yet to see what it looks like.
Y'all, when you get a chance to set that up, send me a picture. I want to see it set up.
I'll do you one better. I'll catch you up on Instagram.
There we go. We can do a tour. Yeah. For those of you, well, actually, never mind. There's only like 3 of us in here anyway. So, there's actually 6 now.
Wow. That's surprising. I'm going to do I got a little video I'm going to do on Instagram with Cliff and I. We're going to do a little tour of the tent.
Cool.
Jenny and Ian are going to the Renaissance Fair this weekend to work. And since I'm not allowed to go because they don't want me working my range there, I will put up my tent and show, talk to Cliff as I'm setting it up.
There you go. That'll be fun. I'll have to make sure my phone's charged decently when I get home.
Yeah. And who knows, might set up a mini encampment in the backyard, just even the fire pit.
There you go.
Something to do. But good night, everybody. Be well. Pleasant dreams. Love you all. Thank you all for coming.
Peace out, everyone. Pleasure seeing you all here. This is going to be Foxit Outdoors signing off.
Kincaid Outdoors signing off as well.
Bye.
Night.